and playing politics around it. It's evil, it's barbaric. The people who manage our water say that, look, now there are children, they found mercury, cyanide, and things in their blood, causing cancers and limbs. You will see the water is very clear. But when you take it to the laboratories, you see chemicals. That was what they said on TV. The woman said that the fact that our water is clear and you are drinking it does not guarantee that the water is chemical and cyanide free. Some of the politicians, some of the opinion leaders, some of the chiefs are involved in the pollution of our waters. And God don't punish them. God don't punish them for destroying our water bodies. How can you compare a few hundreds and thousands of people and the activities killing 33 billion people? Foreigners have entered and they are mining on our waters, and we are looking on. What kind of a people are we? Can you go to China and go do Galamsey in China? Can you go? Which country can you go to and go do Galamsey there? It shows the weakness of our system. That foreigners will come into our country, go into our forest reserve, and then our water that are clean, and they will mine in the water and pollute the water, and we are looking on playing politics with it. Any politician, any chief, anybody in our water bodies and polluting because of the money for their pocket, and our systems are being poisoned. May God kill them first. And we have the army, we have the military, and we can't enter the forest and arrest these people and stop all forms of galamsey. We can't do it. It means that we ourselves, we are inside and we have interest and we are lining our pockets. And anybody here who is in galamsey, get ready to die first. Our waters have become Milo. Milo is mass murder. This is stupidity and nonsensical. And when I see Chinese people carrying guns and they have corded off the area of the galamsey, and they are now threatening our citizenry from not coming to stop them, and you see our military men. These military men are also there, and they have also expressed interest. So this government must not fail the Ghanaians. This government, because the previous government, they toy with our river bodies and they have fun. This new government, they should rise up and do the work. They should deport all foreigners, Chinese, whatever, all those who are polluted. They should deport, they should arrest them, deport them. The word I hate cry in my life is that your friend is saying galamsey there, and you better stop here, and me and you they won't you better stop. Am I in galamsey? How do I stop galamsey? Am I in the army? It means that the people who can stop it, the military, the police, they should do their work. I'm a pastor, I'm preaching. The best I can do is what I am saying, that this is mass murder, it is genocide, it is killing our children, and it must be stopped, and it must be stopped now.
So 10 minutes to the top of the hour 7. Hi, Dwaso Nsem on Adom 106.3 FM. It happens to be a Tuesday. Yeah, that trading but let's share this together. Psalm 23. It says that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. And this is the bit. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I repeat that. Surely, goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And you say amen to that. We are done with that. Another quick reminder, Bribia, that maybe a referee who says a table before me in the presence is so important. Another reminder that we need to remind ourselves and know where we are headed towards as a country and as citizens of this very beautiful country that we have. So make sure you are also about to go through the pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things, to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me, God. Well, welcome to Dwaso Nsem, Adom 106.3 FM. The man Henry Kwabna Sante show is ably put together by that formidable team led by Kofi Hassan, ably supported by J. Cole, Dominic Kisieboa, Caroline, and then Abena Pukuya Awenye. My two parties are in the studios already, Kejua and Kobe Stone, and then the technical team. Mekase Unyamediwera day number 2 in the final month. No, Echiro say Unyame no wiye. Unyame ewo enyomapa ede emao. So make sure say you're going to draw to yourself that positive energy. What the best start today no. Welcome. Jamestown J. Cole, the other to know. Many of you are made the way, all the other to show me. I can't walk with me. What a beautiful Tuesday. Asa Wakumi Wabad. But quick reminders, we are live on Radio Shama, Western Region, Central Region, Asafo FM, Elmina, Bono East. We are at Atobo FM, Atebubu, Oti Region, Sankofa Radio, Ahamasu, Gateway Radio, Dambai, in the Northern Region, Asasi FM Pandai, and Upper East Region, Nurin Radio, Timpane, Kusaga FM Pusiga, and Destak FM Zebila. By way of headlines, in some of the workout, the Bre Emma Kwansana, Yako, Dr. Esiama Jr. Honor, the Daily Graphic saying, poor WASI results. Chief Examiner's report should guide solutions, experts, Aneka saying, and 24-hour economy yield results. Vice President highlights gains. And once Elwaham saying, BOG prepares to license first non-interest bank. Wow. And the big one, Boko conflict mediation, parties embrace after final meeting, Asante Hene to present peace plan to President Mahama. And Daily Guide any man say, and also Adam say, Afoko Asake freed over Adam's Mahama murder. Oh wow. It comes with a photograph of Gregory Afoko. And then the big one here, Mahama forwards EC chair SP removal petitions to CJ, and also has Ewahan say, Anafe Pandai MP challenges rerun order at Supreme Court. Anima Boko dispute mediation, Otun 4 calls for calm, and Ace kills over 12,600 in 2024. Ace. Oh yeah. Ace kills over 12,600 in 2024. The Caroline Timian said, Uncle said, a radio here mobo. Na intimation also more a hobine, the intimidation no crema, Yahoni. The overseer, the overcutter said, Finance Minister inaugurates Ibet's first regional office in Cote d'Ivoire, and double track system must be blamed for poor performance in 2025 WASI. Angel Kabonu, is that the case? Hey, then I need to be talking to you. And why the court ordered a complete Panda rerun. Full details. This one says the government to begin construction of 3 new regional hospitals in 2026. Finally, the Inside the Obokrata, Ghana's rapid development rests on its new crop of visionary leaders. Nana Pra Ajinsem, Anna Akase. Well, Yabako Mano so quickly. Na Dr. Isiama Jr. C4C Liver Specialist Hospital. Wana Daruma Anna Yetwa Pomdin Kome. Doc, Wadaruma. And some family kosa edinibum hepatic doctor hepatic stetosis. Carolina had you hepatic stetosis. Hey, I see. Doc, na bibia boko.
Over the other man.
Oh, great. Yeah, because we share one fish pass a copem say December ebeba na wi. Adwuma boko adwuma fo bia wi.
About the other man, just Mumbuaso, any Mumpabo, Yugusuka Kakra, Edomasi. Medawase, na Menumi, and so Adom Ada, your loyal listeners, so Ashe, na C4C, so Yada, Obibia Ashe. Of course, I feel no Eba, the say they will bore in terms of checkup, Akoso. It's like in our part of the world, we always look at vacation as a time for us to spend with the family or say enjoy our own self. But so young guys say accommodation here party to it's answer oh how be break na wapomodeno NCPA na acquire so how you na bedane ba akopɛ so we be apomodin etimidi abojumanti ya besre say yemfa a check up and can your lifestyle home na my itime hu de ekoso we ni pedia no ntem na ya sha no na nkofa ohaw kasi ambam beto ni pedia no so yes so man enra you started the komo about hepatic stenosis. Yes Emma you can say hepatic stenosis no you try to tiawa the bekan is a fatty liver na che your bread bona Yankopon dia mayen say or bad time can see a pa or when you pay the animal also Sony moja so ebomodin ahwe say efia hodro bia any concept na ni pedi animal enam ediane ayedi anayempo infections ahodro eba ni pedi animal echewe ni pedi animal ebetini asay moja no betini asay akoma no asay adwene nyina no Yankopon ama brabon special ahoden say ono na wondi say djuma no nti nioma ekoye mu nyina no ewo se fa brabo ni na brabo na ho odin sro nko Yankopon yama no letimi di djuma nti se ekoba se anwa ebechechere brabo no a na chese ama ne djuma ewo se edi ni nyina no eba fam na in these days no cases of fatty liver rise bebre it sign a lot of products our system no the processed foods bebre a lot of carbonated drinks dry these days a product they intro sugar because sugar almost about 100 names. It be a fructose, it be a molasses, syrup. To you might think that for natural substance, but you know your preservatives and you should never say it's me idea how a better breadbone so it's say breadbone being a fat there natural say BBS when you pay the animal into a breadbone a better fat. The attorney said, the one who are doing one produce fat now. You see, the cholesterol is harmful many pediatrics. It's a cholesterol what the refer anti-inflammatory property. It's a boy man, when the pediatric a buffer. Empo man, your cholesterol will draw when the pediatric hormones do dry produce say androgen hormone, and my estrogen, and my bio banning do draw now a cholesterol. It's a harmful sour when the pediatric a bed dose one a deal however. It's a Yankopon ama cholesterol no so ahoden say bibi say e krompo ba oni pediano adrenaline pokra no afidi on the cholesterol. It is a bibi say e blood vessels no blood vessels no na ye kwan a moja fem etene koni pediano na anti bibi say was our blood vessels no pe e was a cholesterol no ba na be repair sa endothelial tissues no. And our blood vessels no say, but then I say blood vessels no. A man a diani a titru, a inside no titru, inside no titru, a situation whom you titru, a oil and I say diani a process no preservatives can only titru, and a says our blood vessels no. It damages me na koswa. Na production of cholesterol no so ba na try say be repairs our damage no but who say enuma say blood vessels no you nim nti eno an ye koswa na yedi na say cholesterol also try no repair blood vessels na entimi ye pay yes na bad cholesterol so adoso say no so ba eno na ye be sisi kwan no ma akoma no bobro so there is a pressure na akoma no de bono ekosoro na o pressure abribiano yes so high blood pressure the cholesterol no so ni pediano hu ni sa pe na brebo no se there be me so me man say me produce cholesterol na me package am into good and bad cholesterol. There is a see a my age man but cholesterol no so ache ni pediano it was a me free pediano na brebo no so start say o this age man o man around some say brebo ni this age man pe na cholesterol no dose pe na fe chichire brebo no na ma when you fatty liver disease it start free high blood cholesterol based on the DNA ayedi and say your brebo e be so wa na your diabetes. Our diabetes and young people and say a situation kakra when pediano na was a no feed yourself in tissues may young one. Then also any kind say you the brain and you know my organ but it's a pancreas. I no be produce insulin but I suffer the beer diana insulin a glucose let me acquire tissues in young one day. But I was a situation the dose of pet. I was saying your bread born GS be my all GS and send a dose wo mojano. It's also chow ni pediano turning into fat. Nti brebo na ji esichire na ostar man no na afi turn it to fat na ma brebo na nkasa bi obua pancreas no enso no ho start say chire no. Nti you build insulin resistance na glucose ni yemu na insulin no so yemu pe ni nyina no be turn into fat na chire brebo no. And nti you alcoholic fatty liver disease na chese eno de ofa and sabebre na cold tissues no hepatocyte brebo na converting into harmless chemicals gradually a cell brebo tissues no so na ama fat production akosoro na chichire brebo no and na you non alcoholic fatty liver disease and these days impo there you try to your friend metabolic dysfunction associated liver disease na say your body no na entime and break it down and near my year. It's say be our high blood pressure. It be so our high blood cholesterol. It be our what can see the brain. A man say you can see your couple tissues be a from the adipose tissues. I mean almost store fat in my it is a fat and also any quite a bit dose in the brain. It is the D and your lifestyle and your exercise, now your sedentary lifestyle in the brain. And my production of fat in the cholesterol. Now, if you are your baseline, you full oil contain one, a yakasi brosodo. A basa, your body no store fat, no, a broso or adipose tissues, man, now you know the FN ectopic disposition of fat. It is fat may be started say a leak into our bloodstream and also to make what you think fatty liver at the brain into your body. Say you're quite a fear idea. Obi why the first time crash your fine son no do. Obi have the first time obey your maybe engaging in sexual activities. Obi the first time or the best year at the 4 ama enije bi abro so ma wafa ne makakra akọ mu ya besre abo ho de se ye kọ afie wie de ye momode na ye ntwa ni ye nhwe ya brabo no esan se eduane a wudi nyina ne ne oma a wo fa ko mu ni nyina ne edru a wo fa ko mu nyina ensu a wo num a empo mercury ni chemicals a wo dru adonso wo mu ne mpo de GMO genetically modified organism chemicals a wo dru nyina no ebe ko brabo no ma brabo na wo so nya ahode no tumi edi yi sa afi ni nyina efum so wo ma brabo no nya ahode ya si for see can for liver tonic the amount that's all liver tonic a specially formulated medication a composition of chelidonium special natural homeopathic chemical compositions near the any chemical composition there into a natural state a call brebono a kenyan the tissues of brebono the hepatocyte swami mojano so through a kenyan your sinusoid the blood vessels when brebono a pomodin say a bit me amayenya mojayi wa brebono a kenyan makafa cells immune cells into yema your infections a whole candidiasis genital any chlamydia stomatitis no infections a whole typhoid ni malaria na healthy liver abua emasa mo na this area ni na ban efri ni pedia nti we liver to no na kenya isa organs we na ni immune cells ni na mo metimi abo ejuma ye eyi efri ni efri ni pedia no liver to so there ni no enye den craft FDA approval from 12 years and above obetimi anum lactating mother mature mama or ma kwala for any pregnant woman there when the doctors be doing komo ansana ya ma ho advice these days cry call this part of the end of the year no we say a lot of products the bus system no e do one buy one get one free myself now what to boss now we read the product no ye now we say no maybe we may be a very harmful to lipodiana now what is from it yes so why they do so I no for hypertension diabetes any chronic conditions you know your bread born say betumi ama the efficacy of a drone I no etumi abage my name for born abua with the organs you know etumi ayage my see for the special promotion aba yet say baby I will be no place order for liver to no the bro free delivery wabra wontua bibia for it na ye koye nim so a ye kire say ye pese odofo eye check up nti ye bie facilities ni nyina to me say bibia wo bia wo ko ho a obey facility no ko ade a obey your free screening ye betu your boss ni ahwehwe important organs ni nyina wo ni pedia no simato bi wo wa ya boa etufu ama wo aduro natural medication akire we biane ye wo say wudi de any kwai say wudi empo e bia wo nim say organs ni bi we exercise yo ya betu ni nyina na ma apomode mapa aba de bia no ka say form temporary class permanent nti exercise bia na obetumi abra wo de duro so ana say abra wo ni brasi for see hospital de bel bia na so yemfa yenim de kakra yankopon de adom no emwa mehwe say malivoton na malivoton empa ofie da na ntumi mwa na Kenya brabo no mbeji my Adom nti all over Ghana and to some extent some part of Europe so they are not as a Netherlands branch kese pa o phone number maybe to Ghana now place you order for Liverpool kwa they now person your inquiries or branches in na about your boss me no we dey come work Cape Coast your Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden in the Central Region aguna order so branch kese pa so Takrade opposite Fejai main sport in any animal washama anaji if you come and pass all the way a Fijay main spot opposite to the command so you were just so kwamo Johnson and Accra had a Denta SDA Junction a from Monday Ecosi Saturday exactly 7 a.m. on a dot near start ejima 5 p.m. pepe na ya program treatment plan no so enye say do nko ya betu ya boase na ya thorough scan ama ahwe organs ni nyina hu bibi asemato no wo na ye Kenya organ no netimi ayejina ye ewi ya ma nutritional advice exercise plans wo wa betu ya boase na de wafa emunkai so obrabo ehuhu awo enti obehwe di obedi di obe no ma pelivoto na boa Kenya brabo no me yifie fi ni pedia no ma kwankofa how a man between infidels your promo of free delivery so na free screening so course with special package the number 050 40 331 050 yes 00
40 331 okay so
and answer 050
00 40 328 Dr. Isiama 050 00 40 328
me that's enka ho na onka o powerful no crew na ho na onfa Adom no
so doc me text about say Gasby Bonsu say, oh man, I believe after this in church, you are going to reduce small. Please, don't fight me.
Oh, man.
Look, now, you have a bread in Como, Obia or Sumbia Niawadiana.
Oh man, I mean some of the misconception very slim, but you better checking the cholesterol level. No man, not a dose of cry check. BBR. You fact here and find your health status myself.
All right. Okay, so Gasby Bonsu Bijiri say what in common Kabo Akeju Atrase Dr. Sema Jr. C4C Liver Specialist Hospital on the Sanchez Kamakama say Diabre number CBM 050 331 and 050 0040328. Mameka say Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic in Swasia so Kwanstrom Koso one of the on see any burning sensation ewa na honam IoT anase otese wakoma na ebo periperia utie ya oda untiminda Endpoint say one ni sankita one mbo e Kwanstrom Koso number ade from 0244 86 7068 0244 86 7068 no timini won akasa in the midst of all this yanya apomode hu nsema wie no na de ebedi de ebenom no so continue to be very very key enti make say our instant a creamy rich chocolate drink, mixy choco, 3-in-1, and that's already Juma. Young Kwa Manase quickly, Kiju Masaba Honor Minister Health, na in an entry come up near my bed, Bakumi and Sebi, Nantempa, Yambra, na Emrested Metro and Common so MC. Minister Macha Pomti saying,
Yeah, Mimi, and Adom 106.3.
Afisha Panso.
Afipanko Mamatu.
Well, and now only Ghana and come about or botcher, say, and your mabe and nine be the A in Hobrane, ever when she say no come bonum. Dear Eddie Kine, I see me here, pan a year. No doubt, studio be born, come on, mind, ye need that so say, what's such that, quite near Fasua, ye dear Juma hospital through that a year, and he share out trade when all the chef for Abba. And once you saw your home was so kakra. Then no Casano, oh my, I want to so be say. A hospital Marco Eduno, is that correct? Anna Sanchez, a pay your sanity.
The battery in the correct.
Na said ye pen or Harrisono, Wadaroma, a brief band now did say, said you media ye di, a bit may win the crack.
Ne, some ye baby near you in Papa Mono. Ehia bebre asense bewie ne hae mu na ya nwie papa mu nti ahunhia se akoye apomuden hyehyɛ nti ahunhia se be ne hae mu de na so bi fi se ye no ba kopɛ ne ye ne yi a abɛboa ye nyina asense ye be ne tentem ne anya ne yi ɛna ade ba ko a yɛsɛ hu ni se yɛhyɛ ase yɛ di dwuma no sɛ de yɛhunu mpo de ne yɛ anisoɔ kɛkɛ yɛwɔ nneɛma bi wɔ hɔ a na wohia aban tumi ansa na watumi awura mu ahu deɛ wɔ mu ɛyɛ niitafoɔ na ɔmowɔ kwan sɛ the service what the various health facilities no mbɛtumi akɔ mu akɔhwɛ deɛ wɔ mu most of the service na see health facilities no na adu ne end of life na esio as application service kwa nti me can't wait to cite an example say wokomu no obehu how bi mu a wo say oto bo na wo ye ne yi maka we nyina wie no boss a mehye Ghana for ne say ye nim say e ya pomuden asem nti ye be ma ye nan aboyeto ne ya ye ne tentem so
Ebio, ye gina ho a ye kɔ ayaresa bia hodo a de a doctor for ni binomon any a nurse for ni binomo ka no ya kamia te se saa na montuwi no woni nim ho hwe de won ya se twitwira atie sibra na wono ye mbom kokwa na yin yoma so tire bia kwa se monya saa ho boabo we na we na eba ebere we na ye de beko so there's a school of thought e ka se ya pray ye ho akotu anamon bia ehun sunsanso no enhyeda enkoyie ma titu ya ye ko hospital biribi adado
de edikan ya mepese me ekache Ghana fo nyina ne se yewura John Dramani Mahama me kwabena minta akando sibria na se decision bi e be taken in the larger interest of Ghana but the yetie no ye wonema bebre ho bia wo omahene kwabena sante unnim na yentumi so ma bonten yen nyina na ebetuma ba bonten so abeka akere mo the bill of maybe for national security reasons into ba bonten be akere mo nti I want to assure all Ghanaians say we will do this in the best interest of Ghanaians they to so you know decision bia ni wa obi take here sabin preduasa obi a be peda especially this one yenyanko fo a obedu ba bi na blackmail na mu obedu ba bi na sabotage na mu but let me tell you for a fact that along the line, stakeholder be what say you involved in the involved stakeholder be in prayer yes to me confirm medical doctor be a monamania dear. Then so for example, your medical superintendent group, you will CEO's group. See, we have what we call stakeholders in that respect. Your regional health directors, you're the director general, which is the Ghana Health Service. Your CHAG, It is a meeting, not a child, chief executive, etimua, and director general, etimua. The expectation is that on this book, I could watch charge of farmer and I'm a one.
No, correct.
Aha. You see, everybody along the line. And let me also tell you, for a fact, say, we took this decision as part of the reasons. Now, you one more health workers in the complaints are the assertion off and on. Then you stay book until TV. Tell me I'm lying. At the point in time, what can I be out here? Can say national health insurance is not verifiable. So why will today anybody suggest say, oh, this is you know you take it, send your work on. Far from that. And I can assure you, see, baby, normally we say it's a bold decision, and the challenges I know was including blackmailing, but and you know the issue. As I speak to you now, 3 years saying kakra reading now on positive. I get daily feedback briefing. As at another, for example, almost I reinforce it. Workers on more grounds near there. Every day there's a new strategy just to exercise action on it. To be a young to bossy, not misinformation near there. I mean, it won't help anybody.
I see. So, Minister, one of the
even there is a deliberate attempt. There's a deliberate attempt by some group of people just say a day and but it will not wash. I can assure you.
Well, Ian called that attempt. Clearly, say we are focusing on our conversation and on Ghana. Maybe there are other reasons.
You know why?
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm talking to you and I drop some of the things, it is not for nothing. So you prepare the minds of the people ahead, and it's your matter than no. So going for a mini wedding, we want prepare the mind. Not mini wedding, no. Obi so ba no beto anwea gumwa obi hu nsa anwea no ye no kore. But when I speak this way, the whole tie no so nim say, oh, minister ne kora kai that. So I don't speak for nothing, please.
Okay, Minister Matthias, now one of the reasons why I saw contraji Adom 106.3 ye pia kosi baby, amongst many other reasons, was that na ya cry Ghana this year no, we were not in absolute control over Adena na ekoso. Number 2, and say ye krana e say kwanya Ghana and Kasabe directly in charge in making sure say ya pomuden ho abakwasem no we will be in charge ourselves. No be am for 6 anko Daniel na anyi bia no nipeku anadwumaku fofra woni etu sa na mon we on our behalf no ye hemfo no
omani kabasante mistakes ni errors ye be share nyina no. We have put measures in place correcting this time around. The Ministry of Communication, i.e. NITA, they are all on board. We are going by the advice of the Attorney General. Everybody, we are dotting the I's and crossing the T's. And we need to do baby. Now, I was a wild consultation as they are proceeding. I can assure you. Don't forget to say, Adia year will be the 5 years in a year. Don't no enrao.
Or do you feel num na
yes? But also,
or do you feel num na yeah? So in effect, what you are telling us is that it's not going to take that if a long time. And son,
no. But I'm saying that it's taking a long time. Yeah. But I'm just reminding you, say, will be the feel num na yeah. I'm just reminding you. It doesn't mean that a bit take time, but I'm just reminding you. It is important to remind ourselves.
So it's a Ghana.
We still stand by that point to say software now, will continue to be the property of the state. We still stand by that point to say, establish it as a middleware, an exchange. And no, ever store your data. The government will be in charge. And this time around, we are in direct contact with the Ministry of Communication.
So that's what I want to establish, that this time around, Ghana and Ankasa, not an individual or group of people.
No.
Okay, so Mesa Bahonum Dimbe, but one of the revelations Emame a bit Minka say surprised the issue of zip line. Mo obaye mo engage you mo ana.
Why you come this and we do our best for Mother Ghana. Yeah, and again, I will never take any decision me engage stakeholders. No, I don't take such decisions. In the zip line, me ha many krana in Ghana, you see about 4 times. Near New York also Bako. New York, Omopenyi Pan or US no at Onga in the CIA, UN General Assembly. And the house you see if I'm not mistaken. We are in constant touch. We are still engaging them.
But in your engagement, you are talking about value for money and drones, near maybe as a secofa after the atia for baby for baby. Oba office Oba to say contraje what Ghana and any zip line in term what was their specific responsibility?
Okay. Yes, I in free her. At the end of my day, by drone services no. I buy no horse samre no. I catch a Ghana phone say. Yemfa a buy sika into a capreba. But what you say?
Métier.
Very good. The better than year, Yakokano, including Parliament on the floor of the House, say, you may raise this car from corporate Ghana and the Kutiaka. Jumpa buying second tier. Ghana Libya, say, you won't want to say, Oko Parliament hands us more a womb and Ramekai portions of the you ride my manukai at the time. Yaka we are, and you have a Ghana Mainsika at the Ekutia. Drone services and your Ghana pet and the eye a here. And see the Mainsika cry, maybe feel say and young from so. But as leaders, the Diana who be here say the kind of crash on my phone. Number 2. Again, in these are drone services in the bay. Nature never be no pass. Bako, I hard to reach areas, but the air didn't say I didn't know ever call, and now say, will be air emergency services in the union. And emergency services, man, Kasamu. There be a while. No to me over there. Now, so Mara, now you pay a globino, a emergency, and also drone. It's a media day at the back. See, none yet. You lupa. Na, you buy na ye yen fifi moon. Ya copy be say. Hard to reach areas, and don't forget, more best centers across the whole country. In the activities, how to reach area, and you buy 12% of our entire activity. Emergency pay woman pa 4 to 6%. Now, almost top 5 emergency juma pa more ye pa say ye muja and now say ye the wo aka obi ye pa snake serum ye top 5 emergencies no more ye pa no a new 1% of their entire activities. When you say in the same contract no cross deal my friend no take or pay. Nti enye ne dodoa ye be se bi o ha okay o ta dia o se matomienu ana matomiensa miensa na obeto no na obetia ho ka we die so otomiensa o to eduo sika na obetia no eno na obetia. And let me be quick to add say there was some minimum threshold there, but in other countries they will say they will be no and no be tia ho ka oye de nte sa take or pay cross afei so wo contract ni mu say every center yebetia $88,000 per center. The centers in Siano, it means that 88 times 6, which will be around $528,000, more than $500,000 every month. Yebetia. Nti we no na aba apa you feel say no more trust near reconcile and you say ebi ebedu baby yesterday bi drone you say ye adwuma ewo the hard to reach areas and now to say you say ye adwuma ewo emergencies nko a and now to say we must have value for money as it stands now dear you feel say you need value for money.
It ye can say one services no is on hold and as on gusu di juma.
Baby wa on hold. Baby wa so a omu di juma for my information. So more closely na ending number but meaning say baby wa omu aye on hold. Nti ya communicated to the various centers say they should put measures in place so never equity problem dia one o man kwa bless anti your name bi o wa as o man no ye betumi aye nti say your supply chain no ye hwe ne ye disika wuram na ya yeri because say every month dia no your supply chain no ye dey $500,000 in the Uramwa, Kabra, within a year, the whole country, you better strengthen your supply chain.
I see, but do we agree to say Diomoka 174 million? We agree on that.
Well, yeah, Diomoka, but I cannot be very sure on the figure now. But I agree with Diomoka.
So the kind of engagement we are having is one service somebody call Miami Biso. Now ya concentrate on baby the ministry nankasa dwene say ehoye of essence to the Ghanaian ana.
You go so you didn't come with back conclusion now. You ma Ghana for na aswati. But what framing me Ghana for na ekasa nti o say me chechere nkomo dia ye di nim ene ye consensus ayekun. I know say me do akọ but me person me sisu dua say ni e person ye samre ya bra ye no mo nkasa enuru ho. The no mokasa edru ho nye sini dia it is only fair say you better ada better abonten say baby ya kodru ni but ye nya edru ho no say ye susu ye mu pa me nyini say wo so omote no for the first time or radio so
said ye esi ye light wavy aban dwene bibi so say obetimi ayehye bi ono ade drones be di juma na
but ye nya edru ho
but ye dwene bibi ho sa
ye nya edru ho
ye bedwene bibi ho sa
ye nya edru ho
ye kasa about value for money
bibia ye benya value for money Ghana for taxpayers no bibia ye benya value for money no I can assure you say
ye bedru ho dabe
ye guso ye di nkomo nti ye di nkomo ni wi a ye besi ye benya ne pomasi bre ni ehu decision e beteki ye mfa nka memo o ma na nyame dia ministry na nyame dia ye mo na mo dia Ghana for nti what they call decision dia ye beteki dia no pomasi bre ye besi dia no we'll come back and communicate to all of you.
So as of now, the engagement is purely based on a value for money, but their services but their services no the cost of miami binum, not all the centers. Okay, so me per se quickly, me know a hospitals, but yambra back to those who own the new software. Is it a Ghana owned software project or yeah they are individuals be Ghana for this year. And how was it? Was it through a tender and as a bid in it is and I am yes upon ya meeting like I say nita formula mumfam call formula.
Ghana, Ghanaian owned company with Ghanaians together with government and a guide more and maybe a while was buying a draw more attention to this way that way weapon way quality way into a Ghanaian owned company and you know say this is being rolled out in an emergency form. The Mikacha will say Nanka a year 950 health facilities are more connected. No, my Omodica connected 450, but 450 now. My pistis we saw innovation we and no and our pressure no very high. Your pressure you're connecting in our first. Now say 500 na can and no dear you're being competitive, but you didn't beam Nagana Libya official qualifier and also about on board. So that is the arrangement, and that will begin next year.
Well, Minister, very interested. You about road ministry, Adebi because we about health ministry. Adebi so call minim hawa. Ebesi a sifati but this is it. When we get to the road ministry, Accra Kumasi Road, no express highway be a bem, and Accra Kumasi will be swabem. When we get to the Ministry of Health and so Agenda 111. Ebin Swabem and 3 regional hospitals in Swabem. So interesting. So what does it mean that we are abandoning the Kumasi Road, or the pace on which we are working on the Kumasi Road, go slow. Now Agenda 1111, no, so no, ye mudu. Now they are kind of one summer catch in 3 regional hospitals. Now I don't know how are we going about this.
Comparison no correlate media in any way with the opposite we see and 111 make actual opposite we see regional hospitals that's not the problem at all.
Okay, Minister,
number one, His Excellency the President say contrary bia na juma bia also in the health sector e better ya just say be abandon nti e beto aso nti baby to say La General Hospital, you bet Dwaso, Confanosi Maternity Block, you bet Dwaso, Siwia Regional Hospital, you bet Nina, you bet Dwaso. Agenda 111, you bet Dwaso. Na ye Dwaso no. Ye say enya buying kwa sika ene de beye. Nti abayi di sika ewura mu no. Na ye tu ye nsa afre ankran so mo do musika be wuram ne no mo akọ partnership PPP. For example, my maritime for a hospital in Boana.
Yeah, maritime hospital, yes.
Bank of Ghana for so hospital.
That's correct, yeah.
Corporate Ghana will be our ready say, oh, project will be a drone, you perceive we near equipment run no. A buying target and say the ordinary Ghanaian will have quality health care. Faith-based facilities, my charge for. It is a Catholic for Banam Castle, oh. Agenda 111 na ewo board no ye pese ye toaso ye wi na ye running ye no mo se bi sa dada ye de mo ye ko be bi ye mining company in the area ne ho say ba ko bi oho na ewo within that enclave na mining company no ye ka de say oh ye pese ye toaso ye wi na ye running ye de ma wo no nti enko ye aban kwa sika and the decoration we and also no going forward no yet you better and fat at the afraid the private sector moment so album.
So the dynamics has changed. Government is not going to put up the rest of the building, but it's going to collaborate with individuals. On a judicial on bit me aye na on our pretty they are buying here and they say proper health care ebedru Ghana nibia ehonum. Is that the case?
Yeah. The work and the exact mekan aban edisika besim na emum enya aban kwa ne bewi yidu baby a e wo se etu ensa first private sector na ye etu ensa from mama on board many Ghana Medical Association for kasa they are interested, they are coming on board unless if you know makasa they are interested, they are coming on board many national health insurance for kasa if they are interested they will come on board but Abai will show the way. Nti say aban empaka preba currency there be e de be sim. Na mum e be twensa e de afre the private sector no mo nso aba be ka ho ne nyina ya wie. Nti say na meka no man kasa aban empaka currency mu bi.
Mr. Anyebia timelines with the one as to say ebia 3 regional hospitals IBC what are my ebia ya my ho say mfiemienu mfiemiensantem these 3 regional hospitals no will be ready just like maybe abai any ankrankra ingitawdie on agenda 111 no this is a timeline say abai ashama no say by the close of maybe 2027 or 28 or 29 abai ebe wiesa anobeti service anoma we now.
I'm saying standard practice. Time I ever sign a contract with especially the construction of the regional hospitals in India. I believe ABI will not go beyond 24 months. So there are some standard practices in the ministry you follow. So I don't think we'll depart from those ones.
Mami crave your indulgence. Me co-presenter are joining me just now. No tea and common. Abena pokuya here. Also your question bako ana me no be at the mouth nafi. Madawa se wajibre edin chirimu wedi abre minister. Your indulgence. Abena.
Man with us minister. Wadama na okase a Ghanaian company and 450 ejuman modiama company bear.
Azon
AZON.
Correct.
Okay. Me pacho so senana.
Obviously, we are rolling out an emergency of 400. Look, we have absolutely nothing to hide. We are rolling out 450 facilities, and if you like, within some minimum number of months. At the moment, there's so much high pressure to connect all these facilities. It even more than qualifies to go on the PPP, what do you call it, on the sole sourcing. It's an emergency. It's national security. It's more than agency. So we don't have that laxity to go through the normal process at this point in time when it comes to this. Rolling out of the 450. It cannot be. And every reasonable person, our NIMSA industry, would agree that is the way to go. But when we have finished, and don't forget that, the software and the exchange, and the infrastructure that has already been established. Infrastructure now and I say free previous contract infrastructure no. But going forward, software no exchange, we will have to do something about 450 facilities now to see and person no. But the 500 now can be the new project. That one we can take our time and go to competitive bidding.
Now, Minister,
so there's absolutely nothing to hide.
Okay, sir, emergency situation now you woman as you speak. What your health sector honum no. Then you drew her.
Oh, what do you expect to do? If I tell you, this has come away more than how many days? And then I say, no, ABI, you are the only stranger in the country. We have explained several times. Please, severally, I say for Mutia, you know, say. On every platform since I Martine Boa say accessing contract, but they could do if I in the Kasaya, but they do even on this same program. O my Kwabena Santi will bear me outside. My budget won't break accessing so but be out affair what we do. You cannot take us back. I'm sorry.
Okay. Meda se dienti ya maybe sano enye se enchimuno emaye. But Minister Baye realizes said there's a challenge with light wave anyone mujumedie sikaye diama any ejuma maya mayen. Inti adena yenya da jina yan tender ampe a campaigner or be replace light wave. Na ye cancel and answer whatever challenge ye baye ye light wave if you ho and my bedroom an emergency situation and was here so see ejuma no e de mo back for. Why couldn't we do such my way na before say ye guilty and as ye light wave if you ho?
A question no, very highly provocative. But me to boss because I'm talking Ghanaians. I'm talking to Ghanaians. I do not know your motivation for asking this question, but with the greatest of respect, we found ourselves in the emergency situation before we started this process. Yeah, started our process where I'm finding ourselves in an emergency situation. For your information, we got to a point where all the services were down, and I'm reliably informed and minded about some misinformation going out there about this project, and that is why I am taking my time to respond to your question in patience. So please stop creating that impression that we got into an emergency after, say, contract, ama will be. That is palpable falsehood. You call emergency, and it is that emergency and the compelling government man taking that decision with. Please, if you think you need further and better particulars and more information, our doors are open. But stop misinforming people. Our doors are open. We are back. We program so, and we cannot be talking about the same thing all the time. But the next time, you say the young no, near Bissan was a near Twaso, near Yabo 20. The next time, no, who frame me and to was here because about Ghanaians. So don't create that impression, say, you were in an emergency where the system no near Dumuno, near so, and on my news, every Ghanaian news, and we communicated saying.
Okay, so Minister, Ahano, Wadaroma, Asemo Busayeno. Let us get a proper understanding here. Nadia no can say we could have avoided this situation if we had done the needed you can say checks and as it works around it before you be year free, because clearly you free your prekopeno you come from various hospitals nature say the levels of inconvenience any a doctor for
I am surprised. I am exceedingly surprised you are rather asking this question. Extremely surprised. Before we got here, totally disconnected. Please, hear me. We got to a point where the vendor, he was not ready to sign a service agreement. Pabla, what are you doing? My better will see what it is I doing. Listen, and listen to me carefully and listen to me for good. Pabla, with the greatest of respect.
Oh, Minister, maybe.
When we came, we were ready and reasonable to sign an agreement with the vendor. Say, Papa, Yabano, whilst you are responding to the queries, with service agreements in here, and you are sign. Then there is disruption there. It was totally rejected. Like I said, what about you?
Okay, so
please, you know what? I am very excited about these questions and this clarification because as a minister, na sabi obi misinformation, but we are reacting. The job must be done, and that's what is important. The Ghana phone say the results has been provided. But sometimes they will misinform the public, and that is wrong. When especially clarification upon clarification has been given, it's deliberate and it is sponsored. And a good one, no one to what say I'm a Ghana fan with this contest. At the end of the day, when our platform, and they will poison the atmosphere as though minister and buy but we track contract in me. It is like this is wrong. It's misinformation. It's deliberate.
Okay, so Minister,
we got to this point and we had no option. No option. It's not true. Different Brian can sign agreement or so on sign. What do I do?
Okay, so Minister Mpacho, maybe a certain clarity also on our party.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the brand called MGL, Multimedia, and we don't do deliberate things that will cause people a certain uncomfortability or uneasiness. Minister Mpacho, I know your person. I know how hardworking you are. I know your brand, and I know how you have Ghana at heart. And I'm saying that you are on a platform and you are also on a provider. What we do here is to ask questions for all of us to get to understand. And in Oka say, clarity in terms of the challenges which was either avoidable or we couldn't have done anything about it. This is the way it should go. Minister Bajomitio.
So is the
Papa.
So Nimsen City.
Papa. No correct.
I did you a while. Who can want someone? Yes, and Yana between at the actual bonting. Kwabra, to tell you the truth, some of your people, media people, are sponsored to do some of this misinformation. I'm sorry. Deliberately. No matter the explanations you give them. I'm sorry. Especially so when Kwabena, the same platform. And you see, people are planting news in the system. They are planting it. Some of them get back to me, hey, yes, something control with you. Some of them. I don't talk for nothing. Deliberately. No, Jumana, you know how I work. You know me. Jumana, what do I come? Just for the interest of no bit baby man I say. And your person come be and a decision be your per interest no what take I will never give this opportunity for it to fester. When I get such an opportunity, I'll clarify it and expose it. When we hear what say, it is different when Obi is seeking for clarification. Now, any difference to say Obi and I say Obi want information be na me be expose. That's different. They are two different things altogether. And so when you get an opportunity, this one now, you must set the record straight. And normally, because of free, I don't maybe a me, I have absolutely nothing to hide. Who buy me minister and then what's an contract and a BBI and there are people, there are journalists who have come here in the ministry. I know my class. I said to Mumu, I have absolutely nothing to hide. And don't forget to say, Kwabena, the country is not my personal property. Me to me, take it. This is a pet. It is for the good people of this country. You see, Mr. We will take every decision in the interest of Mother Ghana. So nobody should create the impression and say, oh, I didn't working normally. There was no problem. And I got trade problem about. That is misinformation. That is deliberate pollution of the airways. Deliberate. Say I'm a man of opinion so I can want some cry okay different.
Okay.
But I'm taking my time. Explain time and run. So if you have not listened, it's a different matter altogether.
Okay.
But when you want to make it look like I told you something. There was a time a private conversation, and I told you that in this country, we will get to a point that it will be very difficult to do the right thing in this country. Okay.
Yes, that's very true. So it will be difficult to do the right thing or be truthful in this country. Very
and this is one of the reasons why I said that. And when you are doing the right thing, because we politicians are vulnerable, and sometimes they come with blackmail. Oh, what was he first man on I am permanent in our way. I've heard all these things. People haven't gone ahead to publish some of these things against me. I'm very, very sure, sir. Zip line, yeah, or tell me, like I said about zip line, also, so me just kept from home into the mayor, sir. For once, can't we do the right thing? And media people, can't you support us to do the right thing? I know that at this point, Kwabena, we'll face some discomfort. I know. It It is not deliberate, and I apologize for that. But the long run, no, everybody will testify, said, yeah, yeah, they're right thing. It is once and for all. See, yeah, software, no, they are for the state, and can Minister say, you only are software for the state. So now you will exchange and you will be intact, and you will be doing. Please, I know that Lems no so I want to call for sabi ebi no so no year adwuma this decision no among pay, so they will try and do all manner of things. But Kwabena, you know how I work. When I'm given opportunity, I do my best under the circumstances. If it must be done well, it must be done well. Do not take any decision, especially let me name that they about abonting. I will be right from the beginning. I'm very, very controversial. So I will at every step. I listen to the AG. I listen to the Minister of Communications. I listen to all the stakeholders. I know what I'm doing. So please, let's say, now we encourage some of us. I personally take the right decision. Now my uncle do baby. I may discourage I mean, Bibi say, oh, Ghana, dear, if you are taking the right decision, now will be after a check influence will be to paint a particular picture. No. And Kabana, I appreciate more concerns I'm raising and the platform, and Ghanaians must rest assured. No matter the hazards and the consequences, will serve you.
What's the latest on Syria and then the military hospital issue? What's the latest on it?
I think the military hospital is at a very large extent under the Ministry of Defense. So we also the buyer no na it was affected by the debt restructuring. Afi NAS signed the necessary bilaterals, engaging contractor and yet free home. So access road in Sio in Kania, Mashasia, Mene, the Minister for Energy Akasa, Minister for Water Akasa, Mekai say the last time many Western House in Ekasa Ken. But the Kasa Ken say Ken. I did we want to make uncle, yeah, me call to for no catch and say, oh, no, delay project, no, any day yesterday. So what I'm telling you is that we are expediting action on the completion of those projects.
Kumau Diana, is it now in operation?
Kumau, I think, yeah, it should be in operation because Kumau is not part of. Let me check again before I give any comment on Kumau.
All right.
Let me double check. Yeah, let me double check.
Ma menda wasi na nyame aduma yebesa kasa ebresem. Thank you so much for your time.
Kabra, this will be that celebrity.
Well, that's the Sector Minister Health area Kwabena Kando and yeneno atwitwen commercial brainer a community bakuna no wotwe boa ensa kejua we abena
oman
ohoye
oh nyame adome hoye pa
kejua we
kejua oba so ne copy store no moba oman na answer na mekoda kejua maba no message bi wo ha nra mo se mo be phone line se ma man for your business.
Yes, business
Minua ba ko ewo enkwatia.
Yes,
na mama
hwehwe be free you and
meba mama me pese me hu message no na me kan ma pepepe se de o chiro ba ye and o se enra o wie ye ne number ha o se odika ye audio ba ye
okay
o se o remind me se me appreciate oman hene any the entire money show crew no for enra free ada modema wom na course aba na nye course ketwa business awanya na nya de ketwa enti Juliana akosu ehira amponsa kwa nkwatia e ho na enra wo free or free was business abasa enti Julie congratulations why Jomaya ataya sa
me wo ho na lawyer mama vinzo free no say And then the mamo yes, it was so nice. I say we ordinary Ghanaians or munya kwenya and medisa and komo. Well, Mama didn't some those to social media. Yadamwasi, said yeah, Minister Kanyanso, you were ups and your downs in we are all contributing to the forward march of a year Madagascar. Abana, quickly by way of what follow new patriotic party one about in presidential elections now?
Say, Omuguso. Next month, yeah.
Next month,
January, next month ending, 31st.
31.
And you December, Tino, I can't turn up, bro. Say, now I will say crossover, be coco, Sonia, the ideas are four crosses, but say, no, I bet you so calm, so quiet. I am piano, you're attaching a dear, a bubble by any idea. No, so near attaching a coy couldn't come. But still, until the Gobino. Oh, until she, so the Babujina Nujina, Babujina, I am the Bianya Yampia, or say no cray, and a walker, and no crana walker, so no, will be mechanician so boy.
One will say Rabana Champions, a booby, I am a be I feel what done angel Brian
Abu brother to fit uncle.
I see you ready to much maybe on the
you ready to say so say inquiry and so home coachry any idea and say or cock beer and nam so my genius and crata to some extent man media and say or how be back and I say you could a challenger yeah you shed the way forward. Na sa blame game no enye papa emwayen enti no aso munyina say loki na no bi eto ebonto a obi e kanede delegates nsu etie as to the delegate ade to me ni be ma no nyame yadoma 31st January ye wo ha de we election headquarters o man e bejeja gumpa
lawyer kojo for jo say na say mukaku bi hu na monka
eko de we ha Chelsea yanka ekona ka ho na ya Adom FM ko ya Adom FM ko ya until say yes ye ko bi sa ko na ye hye no ye hunu abena poku ahwene wo sa ko ni mu ye hunu oman hene kwa abena sante wo ko ni mu ye hunu Dominic si ye bo hunu Kofi Asan oman ye obroni be kasa da bi we ye twi ye de ye ho nkran ye kan say
eti
oman ye de ye ho nkran ye kan say
oba hia wo yo bi ono so you say strictly high life for Basso.
Oh, strictly high life.
Yeah.
Oh man, me see last year 1st January.
Yes.
Just say media sa mamia to this year say me kwa. This year say me kwa so me didn't adiem you know. Because me say me sweat pa.
I tell you.
Ti me sa na me ho fa na masesa me ho.
Yeah, be this great interview at Papa Neti.
But you invite me.
Yeah, but
strictly high life.
For the first time, I was a Carolina, such as a Emma for you in the Mabono. Hajia Memuna Bawa, opposite Adabraka police station. I want to meet Tom and your man, me comatilla for Pimpa Mammy. It's upe material be up here. And no dinner order.
Oh, okay.
And remember, Okra Bay, Memona bro, Liz Papa.
Ah, solid. I'm on my daughter, I say, Pao.
But men journalist no. Happy birthday, Jamie, with a bow. Happy birthday. Sansona, I don't follow donors with your mother. I'm not put the bedroom, but he said, yeah, be interview. I'm not a Jumu, but you're trying to come on. But
Papa, Siku Papa, you man in hospital, Papa, me met you metro. Papa, Siku Papa, you man in hospital, Papa,
Well, 7 minutes after 8, I had Dwaso Nsem on Adom 106.3 FM. Mene Minyaba Benapokuya Ahwenye and our beautiful song. Ghana Nti, you bet you tax. Na Ghana Nti, wana eya candy phone so see you Tony Wienswa, the SSM Yeno. It's very painful to pay taxes and what is supposed to be used for no. Yemfa enye. But may I encourage you, Ghana Nti, ya kwanti, ya hospitals nti, ya sitinemu yedie papenti, impuntu ni eye kankonti no. We need to pay our taxes. Abna?
Oman, ye ka eto eho asema eye tax, TAX. Na yensa kan yura Victor Akogo, oye Chief Revenue Officer, Ghana Revenue Authority. Na fe yaka eto ho asem, yaka tax eho asem. Ora Akogo. Martin.
Yena.
Let us say.
Oh, Yaminado Mehoye. Me fa konya enchia wetie for ejina. Mamo bosoma yashimo bosomo pa. Nyamishra ahoden apomodin enye omodia. Medase.
Yeah, yes, yeah, that's it. Now, you want to say January, my launch, Jumadi be a sustained national tax education program. It's trying to take a friend step. Na Obama yen ehunchi mu kakra neka, what is it about?
Medase. On the 5th of November, Ghana Revenue Authority launched Sustained Tax Education Program. And I'm saying, yeah, Honorable Minister, Finance Minister, Ofada Koja Kesiedo, and who say, Nkrofo dodo a omutua eto all my mono. Omo ye less than 2 million. Na Ghana omano ye 30 million plus. Or ye ejuma no. Omo ye around 8 million. Na less than 2 million etua eto all my ma. Yentimi emfa chichire omano manenye ye. Enti wode kasemu no o hye say as I say Ghana Revenue Authority ye sustain tax education program. Ye be body rule aggressively. Oma pia ate say we ye juma as I say utua eto. So we ye hairdresser, we ye baba, we ye mason, carpenter. As I say utua eto oma obai na Ghana inti na Ghana efa ni tumapa efra. Inti ye ka sustain tax education ye bo tax who de rule ama mansa nyina ate say we ye juma na sika aba wunsema as I say utua eto ma aban ede chechire oman no
Nti se sadia scheme amodia be ya modified taxation scheme no saying send the adwuma
yo me da say modified taxation scheme no scheme a yede aba chire akwan ya faso etua yeto se wo ye anko a wo ye adwuma awo eman mu a self-employed business individual income earner. So wunya sika na sika ba unsema ena udi dwana ese se wutua eto ema aban na modified taxation Omaye etuotua no very simplified, very flexible and convenient, easy. Ma obia a uye ejuma sika ba unsem. And say usika ba unsem a afidi mu nyina no ubetua 3% ewo sika bia beba unsem bia no ama abai na abai ade achichire oman no. Ya kase e simplified and I'm say yeah the self-service app aba ube download the free Google Play Store. Na ude a register na wetua etuo no. And who here say ubeko Ghana Revenue Authority asoye. But say bibi chire wadwena omo ho say obubeboa. That's it.
Oh, okay. Inti we no ye said that woni pakuo bi ana ye beka se we de enam sa wotua woto no duru sam pempe so sa threshold we no wo qualify. Why na sa scheme amode abai wo mo esemu bi.
Yo. Modified taxation scheme no for self-employed.
Okay.
Business income individuals. Say we are self-employed, we are anko we are wejuma. As I say, utua eto ama abai. Entino every self-employed business owner we are juma sika eba unsem no. Wo akonya say uba under modified taxation, especially say we are baba, we are hairdresser, we are mason, we are carpenter. Ejube bia we are edi sika eba unsem no. As I say utua eto 3% ema abai. Say we turnover no so within 20,000 Ghana cedis. First the near wo bibia your friend a tax stamp ewo ho. And no kase e wo mu no 45 Ghana cedis every 3 months bia. Inti bosun bia 15 Ghana cedi. And no presumptive tax based on installment. Na yesa wo presumptive tax based on turnover eso wo ho. And no say afini mu nyina no usika ubenya 500 Ghana cedis, 500,000 Ghana cedis ubetua 3% ewo so ama buy. Inti yamfa ne say nipa dodo nyina be say 2 million omamamu no ye target no. So obi atua 6,000 and 5,000 Ghana cedis afini mu nyina Ghana benya be say 10 million Ghana cedis. And ye target. Inti no yensom ene nipa inti yaba ye shanike na se ubia mbone homodin and register na untua network medase
na ye be register document be na wasa me de ban san matumi abeka ho
yo medase and I'm say modified taxation is simplified, flexible, convenient no ye here with Ghana card and I say National Identification Authority for card ye de ma wo no ye here eno ye here with telephone number and na ye sign here wo jadie emu asem say ade a woton eda nyina no every day bia woton ade a ahe na woton your friend is sales information you say here wo location baby a wo say ye here aba wo nchen abe bisa say wo ahokyere bi mu a na yetime kyerechire mu akyerɛw akwan be fa so a wo be register nti ye here wo Ghana card ye here wo telephone number you hear with GPS location address and you sign here with sales information. So one register with business or registrar general so you hear document be a done di say one register business or registrar general. Into document way any here kasatintin be any onya sa document here you better register. Na wetua woto
na yenim say ya na ye file ye taxes any ade scheme we ase no kwan ben na ye befa so file
yo return file no aye obi a oye dwuma bia na said say o file return and am scheme we into no aye na simplified, flexible, easy and convenient into no you say information a odi be mayen ahyese no and no na ye besa a populate adia amount na wa confirm say that information no correct so we confirm nya na e kire say wa file will return what disclose to income at Ghana Revenue Authority. Before ubetimetua etuo no, as I say Commissioner General, enya visibility. Ohun say wudi ewo ne krata mu. Inti no one register. Inti registration no very very important ema Ghana Revenue Authority. So one register untimi entua etuo no. Inti yesre say obia oti enka no. Enam say uye dwuma no register wo Ghana Revenue Authority na ma tax tuano enko wo mojamu enam say ye pese wo tax a esese wo tua wo te tax na se na wo bomodin tua na nyina ye build Ghana ye nyina ye hwehwe say ye be build that's
okay nim say ebi moto no ya na e wo soro pa soso ne ade mo wo ehye bi da payment ne ho ana say bia installment plans bia mo de ema de obetua to no ana
edu credit sister ya da say eto no ebi esoso enam say wo ye company a utua eto no oha nchemu 25% ena esese utua as eto a esese utua emfaso a wenya no say 100 cedi bia obeje bia no 25% eye aban edia but under modified taxation no you say 100 cedi bia obenya bia no 3% ene ye aban edia enti no ye wo modified taxation app mobile app ewo ho a ye nam so edi etua eto no ana say ye wo short code ewo ho a ye nam so edi etua etase no short code any say over dale ewo phone so star 880 hash na wa follow prompt no and say over select item 4 a modified taxation scheme na with the Ghana card information number no access so na wetua eto a esese utua bosom miense bia na wetua anase bosom bia opese wetua eto no medase
na mamenti ase na wokase enka 25% into ye adwuma na onya mfa so 100 a wode mu 25% be ma ban but modified no 3%. Is it the case that said me be modified taxation scheme ne ho a me betua 3% 25% mean to ye bi
sister no cre and I'm say what register company no a corporate entity enti company for ni tua a tax based on profit obonya no 25%.
Okay,
but under modified taxation no and no anko ejuma or self-employed individual and I'm say only tax bracket in muntino ye jejeno tata manaba income tax bracket in mu enti ye say ye de mana kwaba no ye man etua eto no 3%.
Okay,
ewo ni sales ana ni turnover all year ho na wono
no ya kwaba
eno no ya kwaba
nte se ekoye nim na betumi asesa
and I'm say business bia no obia ne botaye say business ni ebenyi akonanim nte unyi ekowanim na obeye company a ubetua tax no 25% on your profit.
Okay. Iti yeshe obi a onka yebeka se excluded individual onka sa category a wobosuman ya omo na MTS no womo esimu no sa nipa no so no so pese won apply a ho asem te sen.
Okay. So we are professional, we are lawyer, we are accountant, we are engineer, modified taxation no onka ho ebi.
Okay.
And no ubeko under modified cash basis and that's a standard assessment. And no expenses are incur ye ede enya won faso no ye ma wakwenya ma wotete sa expenses in efrim.
Okay.
Number 2, obia ni business ne so and I say or multiple outlets. Who are multiple outlet unka modified taxation no eho and I'm say business no eso obia uye partner in a partnership munne mienu say mo form business unka modified taxation no into modified taxation no eye anko a oye ejuma to say mason carpenter plumbers and as hairdressers butchers barbers I mean dressmakers obia oye anko ejuma bia oye identifiable group ya no affairs for omo magazine obia uye djuma bia mfaso ba nsem no ese se wo register na utua eto ema Ghana na Ghana ekoso
we da say nti die na obeka twa to bia na contact number bi wo ho afoto bi wo na wo de ma Ghana for because to de eno one ye develop ye man no ora Victor yenti
yo me da say se Ghana be ko nanim e be fa ne ntoma pa free a ejina eto tua eho nti mesre senti no say Ghana ba bia no esese uhu eto a esese wutua wote ase enso a ye be mo akonya na wotua eto no na ye nyina ya so yensem a si Ghana ye pese yesi Know your tax, pay your tax. Let's help build Ghana that we all want. Into the Mika way etwa to a na mesre sentino enam Ghana nti ye nyina ye mboye homode ne ye ntua tax na Ghana emfa ne tomapa infra bedase.
Bedase Ora Victor Akogo a Chief Revenue Officer Ghana Revenue Authority ntino wa ankasa wo ye wadwuma se no nka obekotua sika bebre se to omo dia ba fom o se 3% pe nti mesre fa hye ne ye adwuma wai na etu a woto kakra no ano na oman no enkodanim na yentie we emrafe ye ba oman hene kwabena asante edi Dwaso Nsem eto aso.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint mu champion.
Jenny Rice say, my young goodbye. Every September, Kosi December, Bosome. For Jenny Rice 4.2 kg Nubi. Scratch a card, Shemloso. Now, bet me a free trip to Dubai. Jenny, yeah, Jenny, dear. Shake a crowd. FD, I did Kratoyatum.
Oh, ma. Pachomenya milk a crow me miloni mwana.
Na waka she.
Dabina sme who saw the beer gumu.
Hey, kawan no shansa na webisami.
Hey, milk na chum say.
We Milo all in one, no. Milo pampa, cocoa, malt, milk could show, be biawomu.
Milo all in one, a milk baby wumudada. Ne hiani se wudi subefra, no atin yoni numu de a cocoa papa, ne malt, and a milk baby a yedi ashe sachet bakumu. Milo, the energy to go further. FDIJ dreading kratoi atumu.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint mu champion.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number, or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you're abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Chale, sisi anema boya di wo memu pao. Titro pani ticket audi tu kwa manone.
Abrantie, jai se wo ha wo ho. Ade wonte waka na afo nkana.
O se den, waka na o.
Ani, waka na o. Omu na be ma o ticket ani bo ne da fom. Akwento ho nsem die. Omu ye number 1. Efa baby a wo kwa wo beda. O visa ho nsem. Airport wo de obeso wasene. Na de kumi nkra ne se, baby a wo kɔ no. Onya kodura, nipa obeso wasene de we chinchina ho atwitwa pictures. Eno kra na ye ade amani ji wo mu ho no.
Na se menya sika ni ina ntua momo e.
Oh, waka na ofo de. Ukɔ honoma, ubetime tia ne nkakra. Sika na ode bɛkɔ no, 25%. Ubetime tia e de ato ase.
Na opa che se metumi abuki omo. Na matuma dwuma tua ne nkakra sa.
Ane, emfa ho ne baby a wokɔ. Se wokɔ London, Dubai, Lagos, Kumasi, baby a wobɛkɔ bia. Waka na etsa wachi. Menua, hwehwɛ waka na ofo akira kwan. E wo man Ghana ha no mu baby a. Anase ubetime afrɛ wo no. E wo 0242 435515. Follow womu at Waka Now Ghana. Anase ubetime a visit womu wakanow.com.gh. Download womu app no. Anase ubetime a nanti akomu offices akodre wo man Ghana ha. Enkran, Kumasi, Takrade, Anase Tamale.
Kocho, ampache tui. E asembeng.
Yati subio mo.
Kojo, Sam.
Oh, wait, sorry. I feel you na yatisu bib. I feel we crowd here. Yeah, they are called for Muankasa. Yeah, science. I've been so cool. SG Ghana loans are sign BM. Interest rates no at that form cra. So you'll be a salary worker. And I say, what was CAGD payroll so? And I say, baby, I'll get Jumano or money SG Ghana dinkita hudia. And post our account where SG Ghana. Wom renew. Say, a diner now pesa usiwi. And I say, school fees now pesa uchia. And I say, but I get busy when you saw pesa uya. SG Ghana abba ebe wow. Enti free and nekosi September 2025. Ra SG Ghana branch BMU. Nebisa say, wope ya science loans promo. Brana yam wow na ye bibi. Ubetumi afre yam 0302-214-314. Se wupen chechemu bia. Sankratwe in Shisheda hon.
Societe General Ghana. The future is you.
See, your rich auntie gets more from us. Your childhood friend gets more from us. Your favorite uncle gets more from us. Your roommates gets more from us. Digital solutions get more from us. Rewards be bring get more from us. 5-star treatment get more from us. Preferential rate get more from us. Easy banking and no any answer. Instant loans and no any answer. Bank papa party and no any answer. NTP account and get more from us. Annie, the car apps are bushing. Naka customers and pimpima ye jiju onso. Na wonyansi hu kama achede won waso ne abafu dwumadi hu haw anuje a eto ntwada na boa ama watimi adi wudwuma titiru a eda wani we account or absa ne na nya ne oma pa bebre. Your story matters. Absa.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury Alagris paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint mu champion.
Febronya Bayate, Politanke Chewa Chedia Cassia. What the answer say? You authorized dealer Bia Belconi Chambia. What to Tankano? No Politanke Sanso dia Chedia Cassia Ekanwama. Yankoto Sumo, and a Sumo Supermodel Politank. The Yachadia Maya Manamon School. Where you double. Choose Politank. It's the original and always the best. A face what I want to say. Politank and your mobile money payment online for deliveries. Mawani now to free original dealers. Ankasa ho. Politank Papa no Ankasa.
Was star oil ejuma krabi anumuno. Ye jidi say fango ho ejuma enye ejuma bia keke. Na emum eye nkwabodo modasini bia. Esanse ne bone da fom ntino. Dodo bia wo beto no. Ebo ama wo sie sika kakra a wo batan bia ebenya kakra de ne ba akosiku. Okuani bi nso de betwe ne number ya bedwa so. Yembotai ne say yebema fango bo ayefo na so bia so na aboa amasika sema ho kira ewo yemfiefie mu abrase. Wo man ahyenchiade ho ka ayetwamene bo no. Wei enye adwuma bi ne yeyo. Nemum eya setnemu asede emaye. Star oil fango papa ne bo so bia so.
Who cries calling me this odd hour?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
Hello, Ghana for bills are canny hubiamo. Bills set 2025 idea. And it does so homo bia what's walkwa. Only ejumaye. Ain't if I when it's bills. Na beji loan na ubet media ya wow ejuma. Way ye loan don't come me. Wun yashio. Nye wun hiane Ghana card. Ewa na wun saka usika. Na sa we obi a we wow ejuma upese wutremu. Anasa we ejumenia. Uchi busumi aketria. And your bill se bray. Na beji lona. Wun fe bibie siawa. Collateral. Anasa deposit. Wun hiemu bia. Ain't ya fidye. Bill se si obi a wuni ejume bia ye. Ubetumi abeji loan don't come nubi. Na sa wut's nefie na we nye sika nubi dia. Eye wow. Ain't different bills se siya. It was 0596-920-833. Ana 0302-200-390. Na wetumi echiawo bills. Name Echishe Kakrawo. Bank of Ghana and Sasha Bills Microcredit Echishayase. Bills, financing your needs.
Back to school Brenna soon. Ghana. Yet the young boy not to form ama school for nyina. Say your laptops, mobile phones, printers, any tech essentials be a ube hiano. Bora Ghana showroom bia. A free say ya a copy of September Bosome 21st. Nenya discount one was so. Ye ka brands e kuku dambi to say HP, Lenovo, Dell, Samsung, LG, Tecno, Infinix, Itel, Huawei, any be break kaho. Ubet me nya laptop ha. Ne modern boy was so. Nani bon so da form a free 3,500 Ghana cedis. Ma won sanka bear for mobile phones ibi. Nenya ho akadia. Ebeba wadisua akonkan. Ubetumi akoyen website www.compugana.com. Ana freyen 0302-752020. Ana WhatsApp yen. E was 0243-143-143.
Ah, ma, usaka onyo manana.
Anio, sisiana rider na de bae. Sending a momo.
Yo, star one.
Ah, Paco. Any smartphone na we use. For momo app ni tuane.
Ah, I didn't app.
Hey, and you na also ye millennium or say millennia. And I won't need momo app no. Oh, millennium for ya dear cra. For app ni di juma. Na se udi di juma. E contem. Na hu pambo so womu.
Beka enkofuku a wodi momo app ni di juba biara ne mo. Tia wujadi ni a opena 7 no ka. Tia isu ni kania ka. Ana ma unsanka ya bisi ahudo pi a ye manu bi. Tia momo app no ene ya. Na shase fa di juma.
Mache na pom say.
Papa me yo na kwa na what say?
Oh nyame adu bia e boko
Ah, e fe me Ernest. You can say taifa.
Oh, Ernest, on ye there.
Oh, radio to me.
Padar mate you.
No kure no, me boma baso pa, me pe kwan, me pe sempe ne foye hye bi pa na ye boma baso. Na me ntenti, mo san say Adom FM morning show. That's one say na me ntenti papa. But for some time now be so you ma ru mi wi abai. Eh, no kure me tue yi ne fo kwa na me ya. No say ka radio dey be farm but the time when I say no be na me ntimi me radio nsi worum. It does say na say no. Eh, last mu ye bi pa ma na ye be pass high school, private schools. E ti see mo ti see for apobo mo boy no. We are trying to Makuma so my name was car and pimpon. Can I talk about me about it?
Wow.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Now, the name of Moyano. Ah, the same more. I'm what they part to be a similar Moyamon. Can I smoke on National Theatre? Now, my similar Moyampa, no could be a car, and more. If you can't come out to fear, Mamma. I saw one didn't work, but the concept, everything upon our boss, so not as no. Uncle Samu, a Mabunyansa. No, Mamma, you could bring home. So, yeah, I must be some fast would be beyond that. I use radio. Never radio and fire 77 say, that means Shramati.
Amen. Amen.
They're not putting me Shram.
Waman Hene, Pamina Sande. Waman Hene, Pamina Sande. Waman Hene, Pamina Sande. What can I say? What carry I want?
No
Strictly High Life, Basunyami Adma, January 1, yeah? 2026.
Yeah,
Wow.
January 1.
Strictly High Life.
Strictly High Life. Say ya, said your man air corner no. It's another form boko. Kwana ko ya. Na ne uja na uhimu kakra. Odi obi so ne ko ya ne na say ya so onsa kakra ne ya so sisi kakra. Ne je say enkonko abekum.
Abena so kwa de. Madam Mahasa de satu sisi enkonko na bra. Obekọ akwa isi ani da. Je ko de obetimi.
O man mezu me ko be bisa ambesa me nkwa me se wo.
Na person nkwa.
Because so say me mpentwintwa na mu wasa ho.
O sa
David. Me here space no.
Na no da ba 40th birthday of you. Who is no assume ha.
Amanti say obi oba last year dear no it say she said the fun no na ebro so eni ji ankofo nya na anim say this year dear no ye pon ahomache 4 am
4 a.m.
How much 4 a.m. Tino?
Wow.
The man say my chair a Sajwa matter. As a second second the Jumaya wa hano man. I know bedding. Because 4 a.m. no me the Juma. I do call home. Your video sana a year all white.
Wow.
Said again last year no. This year two munchine a different level.
Wow.
Ye kwasa ye kwadonom ti se wo plan se wo bagana baby a wo bia wo bagana no na wo dia ka wa agenda ho ne wo timetable ne wo say 1st January La Palm Royal Beach Hotel e wo na ye Strictly High Life no e hihye so ye wo anyontofo bi so e beba abegrace the occasion enye se o mo be perform but o mo beba ye High Life legends a ye wo mo mayimu no de wo hunu na che that day obehunu no na wachia no meet and greet na ye de akoye nimu man anije de o anije de
se hotewa eche bibia se hotewa
wala hotewa
hotel
hey I don't want to even imagine that day maybe I may chair no
hotewa and no pay obi ma mebufu ye
adan
o say na mo de muni how bia ana mo de mo ba mo sere sa
ye the radio say
wa magiku a wo sweet
ye dey how ye the radio say iti bata ye to nsafra ye koye nim no ye be koso abo ho dawro na afa ye hunu sadia etie eni hihye bia eda ho ye be hwe wadim so
so former defense minister atenase
mahunu no pa
won so atenase
mahunu so atenase
won so bibia e koso
adan me wa questions man but so me miss anko at the time so a
me say o sa questions bia
questions e adoso
she said the ever fruit the be no me questions okay I'm about to bet the but Star Semen Cow say and they over 240 stations nationwide it is all baby to a year fuel and quadia it should be Star Oil affordable and a quality so guaranteed inti how be about fuel so some quadia Star Oil baby obutu bia o shebia no benya bi dia fidelity so koso cow say just a drop of 500 Ghana cedi our accounts you deposit pay not just also you stand a chance every month winning 5,000 Ghana cedi kasipana there 100,000 Ghana cedi grand draw the say oyana say sikabum promo no fidelity counts fa usika koto no 500 na bosumi bia no wa se obetimanya 5,000 bia so kwa na afemu no 100,000 Ghana cedi na bibia e kwa kama edimau na makao say Genie Rice for other romantic all expense paid trip to Dubai baso but it's sheni a free sabria copy say December beba na wie ye o to 4.2 kg bag of Genie nibi but your Genie Rice na fi was scratch a card be she inside card no and many me ade wet benya brand new fridge washing machine smart TV gas cooker and afi kesipa ye all expense paid trip to Dubai into Christmas way and beyond emwa ye di nyina no Genie Rice if we say one of the Syria Ashaya Funumu Manamaka say Bella Kwanson Sheshe Negusu Wadarman Patroti Bella Kwanso Catchell said big surprise for the Christmas. One of the shares from Guakwemukra, if you are on the 5th of December, Ekopim the 7th of December, Bella Kwase, party in the park. In Tinami at my weekend, we had a session, so a lot of games. Nayama, if you musa the day, then now we are shopping. Maybe be a kama. Until remember the Children's Day, a magical day for kids with interactive games and have a face painting. What was it? Ubano, the painting and kama and some giveaways and Santa moments and so. And then the Sunday, also a chop by experience. It come nabe enjoy a year delicious a year Ghanaian a year food. So we have Venda and Kwano when Jones is part of Sanchi. We are Fraser 204139396. Now if you want buku bia obetimus do juma, don't miss it out. Great opportunity. Bella Red Wave Christmas Fair. I think over huge discounts. One product I'm talking Belaqua beverages Belaqua and I think a Bell Blow Pack any the cacao you discount kasi pa bra over say jumediwe as now for the crack Anointed Engineering Services for one office for East Legon na 26 Bandy Road Legon close to AH Hotel and one head office one number 77 Anointed House one ton Gen says a free 5 kV copy 3000 kV go here check and as a free one 0243 480 334 and 0246 42 3534 now what you want edding time bibia akokama edi amount. Adom on the 1st of January 2026, a Strictly High Life. By way of headlines, quickly walk through my Naviema Minister Kwaba. Abnako headlines is quickly my graphic CD and on quickly and temper.
Man, so share daily graphic and you have say and a pay him say about Unkomokakra, a wasi 2025 and results na enkoyino and no and expect be a day a year and some kakra aba omo chese chief examiners no womo no ye say omo enhye enhye ahodo ene ne ntoto ye unse ye kwa ye koi examiners no eyo masudie marking ene ade na ebi so on ma invigilators a wo se womo edijuma na ye hunu se pepepe yo akoso na still na the blame game no ekoso se ede na de ba ye no eda ha saying na se ye ka saying so ma na nigisema eboba no ye 24-hour economy no we say vice president and our highlight some gains e 24-hour economy no say ayo the results that work at any fa etusu dumiensa e ka e ho asem ya omo ebo amane we share baby to say almost say wo industrial zones e ho no ko no mo a adwuma wo mo eye night shift any ade ni nyina no eye adansede a e chese 24-hour economy no ejina ne na so e na almost so chese policy na aban edi aba no eto gise oman ni nyina ene ebesom ni aye ntinya fe na ban ebe establishment foforo bia nti say all has multimedia na ebia do ho akosem wo emfasodie bi ni ade a mo sabeka na eno so aboa na boko ensensem eni se asumdue beba enra na yenya ntie se otumfo awie adwuma ni nyina na enkrata ba ya kenkan ne kyerese ordinary report about mediation no we say or the kwakoma mampani and the expectation is a mampani ebe frɛ ko nyina na or the outcome no ato omanim di oman no ehwehwɛ no eye asumdue after say communication no ebe koso nti peace plan no eno mo eche se otumfo e de akoma omampani John Dramani Mahama boko ensensem daily graphic aka ho asem na oba daily guide mu so a oman say easy chair ene ni deputies ena yewra kisi ejaben womo ensem no nyina no omampani John Dramani Mahama afọwede e de akwakoma CJ eye the chief justice
say yensumomo
dabi say article 140 say no ombe probi ombe hwehwem eti no ho asem ena daily guide de aba so obebe kwa na so omonko
special prosecutor on 7 doors do
so wo de say petitioners no mo petition so mo nya bi ne kenkan so na ye hwe de ewom ni ade wo say ye rekese ajabe de akoye say ye raken ofori atanse nsem dodo no wa ene ade ene mu nti no so delegate aka ho asem boko de no eda ha na oman ye se 2024 mu no ace ekunipa empim dumienu ene ahansia 12,600 and is ekum and no data ya babeto abontene chese esi no ebenyen yera matunyin dama so na challenge ye rerun asema ekoso wokpandai constituency no or challenge e Supreme Court delegate aka eno so ho asem e ha megidi se ya bo mu ama ne kama na ya bedru hayi na dan chenso a mantam miensa ya woso afo hwe apomudin sem so cheso mo ABC Regional Hospital se wono the bokata yi aka eno so ena yera nje kabonu ena ede heyoman the overseer the bokata ni mu no o se yemfa wasi enso sha enkwadai kwotro ya o ma hwe gu no yemfa sobo no emo double track but man the same double track na so na was of previous years ye hunu se enkwadai performance ashirikwa basobon kwa na ebaye no enti no ye blemu double tracker na ye the 2025 de nkwa na eblemu anase previous years na performance na ewoso no still na ye blemu double tracker se do na mom performance ekosoro anase etesen daily the overseer double tracker anim na makenkan amount man ensam no de ye de besia Eda so no zipline de so say wadi won komo anopeya e wo hanom
so you better have a box here
mate
waman hene babena sande waman hene babena sande waman hene babena sande watena say wogari I want
time check 47 minutes after 8 Dwaso Nsem on Adom 106.3 FM Mrashi bejeni ojinama adehye won wo bimbila kane na ono na ye defense minister ene wabeka yensa ewa han si ye ne betwetwen komo megidi se wa ye krado nti yensu ya ye krado wa han si ye ne kokopem se nondu ebebo na afie de enkomo no ebeba na wiye I wanted to Akwaba. Bibi aboko there.
Adom, say you on the day. Some say, when you may boy.
Parliament, come.
Of course, Parliament, come. And you come, mum, by come. And you come because what the 2 million in command party backward. Let me say, the Omoye, no. They will do things Ghana, but in terms of the work of Parliament itself, the institution itself, no. Let me say, come on.
What's the challenge?
Oh, challenge you say, we are currently experiencing the typical parliamentary system. You see, minority your voice, kasa, and the minority their numbers. They won't talk kasa. They just vote. Anything that comes, no.
In line with the procedures, procedures of Parliament.
Of course, minimum. So I want to mean to about your government. If you are in government, except that you want to put yourself into trouble. Until Parliament, they just wait. About now more people they come and vote and go. That's the danger. And can numbers no best 10 more, 15 more, 3 more, 5 more in Kababwa Ghana. But we have the overwhelming majority in a problem.
The overwhelming majority in a problem.
It's a big problem, yeah.
If you had been the other way around, there would have.
The other way around. I don't think any government should have minority in Parliament. I don't think so. I always pray if the people vote for you, you should have majority in Parliament. But Mr. Minjindi said you should have overwhelming majority in Parliament. I don't think so. Correct. I've sat in Parliament for almost 20-something years, and my experience will tell me, if you want Ghana to move forward, at least President, on your majority in Parliament, but the majority should not be overwhelming majority. So MPs no
they put him on check.
They'll put themselves in check. But this overwhelming majority,
so it's not working in the interest of Ghana.
It's not working in the interest of Ghana. Anything that comes, they'll just vote on it. They will not even bother themselves.
But you have the opportunity to scrutinize. That's why we are minority, no. Even though numbers not are affecting with them, but still you have to subject to scrutiny.
You know, say but kasa they kasa. You see us talking and defeating them in debates. But when it comes to decisions, people don't remember what you say. They remember the vote. In the next 10, 15, 20 years, Parliament has taken the decision. And who are against that bill and answer that decision? No, who can? Because and yet they will not say would now kasa against. Parliament took that decision. So I'm saying it's good to have majority. And I think I will support any day and pray to God any day. Say my opinion. It is important for you to have majority in Parliament. And yes, I did Ghana. What I saw in the last Parliament, and Ghana. But I also think the overwhelming majority and Ghana.
Let's be in Parliament for a while. None of the budget here became none of them who say Okasa fans are what was the motivation? What was the motivation?
It was the beginning of the Parliament, the life of this Parliament. I say either in February or March now. Science are saying by some narrative. When him say the moment a new government comes,
maybe to start with as a defense minister, to a soldier for
wouldn't be I'm free. I've always said my background, where I come from. There are some things me here. That name need to it's just my father. Even though a cucumber name, no, the spelling, no, is if you find it anywhere, then they are only related to me. So there are some things I will not do. Semi kwaya, and the trace are so kwami dear bebre wo kojo de bebre wo and yes abena de bebre wo but need to know I bakunkwa. So I'm very, very careful. Say me kwaya bibi willingly or knowingly, so that it will bring a by me and answer my family or even my people. I will never do that. So to sell a soldier for answer, I say, for what? What am I going to do with it? A scar, and I said, my father was not rich. He was a proud, nice man, modest man. He'll go to his farm. My mother is not rich. She's still alive. It's not money. In his scan here, where am I going to take the money to? Why? Is I'll go and farm. I'll go and do my farming. So if you come and give me a gift, I will take, and I will not deny. Say, me gifts. Maybe have come to say, I know some man who came and gave me a good gift, and I was very, very happy with it. Of course, I had to pay some small taxes on it, but to go and willingly go and do corruption and say, because I saw your first or that kind of stuff, and I'm very, very careful.
But Nsem has been of interest.
It's bad.
It was bad under watch, It is bad now. And in totality, I think how you treat Assassin
the way you treat Assassin, especially government lands, I think you're correct. It's bad. I think I wish say for the next 10 years, government properties, you freeze the sale of all government properties for the next 10 years and really look at it. I feel strongly about it.
But that is what this government believes in, especially oral.
I don't think so. I don't think so that they believe in it. I don't think so. I've seen signs of it. Because they said they've lifted the transactions of government lands. So
this government?
Yeah, I've read it somewhere. Someone lifted it.
I lifted
the transactions on government lands.
Government lands.
Yeah, I've read it somewhere. I'm saying, me, I am very clear in my mind, if we want to protect government property, we should freeze everything for the next 10 years. That's my view. Maybe our view different, but me and Kasano, I feel we should freeze everything. It doesn't matter which government is in power, whether it's Baumea who's in power, your mama who's in power, whoever is in power. We should do that for the next 10 years and reset ourselves properly when it comes to.
But it comes across as if a reasonable percentage of the land abuse, government land abuse, was during more time.
Oh, there be, and you're correct. The records don't show that at all. From 92, when him said half of East Legon or a quarter of East Legon were government lands. When him said a lot of Jewolo were government lands. Westlands, when him say na government lands. Check all the areas, cantonments. Check all the areas that were government lands and see under which government they sold all these things. And you're not correct. It's not true. All these areas I've mentioned, and yeah, time that most of these lands, lands went Sakomono, all those areas. Now a lot of these areas were government lands, but into so BC time and you're not correct. The records don't show it from 92 till now. No, it's not our time at all. In fact, there are only two governments are power from 92 to now. Is the NDC time, and we can sit there and do the analysis and see which party really give out all these lands, whether it's factory or whether it's lands. And your time. I didn't say your time. I'll be lying to the people of Ghana if I say oh dear, we are angels. And you're the correct. A lot of those things happen under us as well, but it's not the majority. The majority happened long before us. People have seen people say, "Ebi, say those areas are mentioned were all government areas." A lot of your friends East Legon lands, a lot of Westlands areas, a lot of lands are cantonments, a lot of what we call Hausa Reserve. Ningina every 37. And then say Bibia Jubilee House War like that. Echo see Bema Kam Ningina are all government lands. Airport area, Airport West, Airport East. Yeah, Bibia your friend aerodrome and aerodrome extension, Teshi area. A lot of those areas they were all government lands. We call Westlands. Bibia the university. After Legon, that all area, they were all government lands. Who gave it all?
Kasaba lands. Yeah, I'm just reading that the government of Ghana has lifted the temporary ban on state lands transactions as of September 2, 2025.
Yeah.
But it comes with.
Let me see. I read it somewhere.
Yeah, but it comes with a certain directive. The lifting of the ban is accompanied by strict measures aimed at ensuring transparency, accountability in future state lands dealings. And one, transparent processes. All future allocations, leases, and sales of state lands must follow strict, transparent procedure, digital verification. New transactions will be subject to digitally verified process, enhanced oversight. The newly reconstituted Lands Commission and relevant anti-corruption bodies are tasked with strong oversight mechanism and then a comprehensive audit. The President has directed the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Lands Commission to conduct an audit of all state transactions, particularly those between 2017 and 2024, to reverse any illegalities.
In the Parliament, my point was that say President we opesa 1 year land issues well on starting from 1992 because they were all state lands. And yet 2017, I then our opesa 1 year 2017, and I gave him a list of lands. Now because I said me land transaction over 50 and they were listed. Now was our list. Now I was showing them to them in Parliament. That happened under his watch between 2010 and 2016. Mikacha said, don't lift it. So, yes, 2017 now. Then somebody is going to say it's political witch hunting. But genuinely, if you want to genuinely do it, start from 1992. Because 81, the so your fourth time. Until we don't even want to worry ourselves. But start from 1992 and do the thing right well. Secondly, we can lefty transactions. We will do transparency. We will follow the relevant laws.
Business as usual.
We all governments have said the same thing. Go and check 2017 Akufado, 2018 Akufado, the same words.
Any business as usual.
Same words. We all said the same thing. But remember, say, you the president, you are not the one directly in charge of some of the things that are. President was not running the Ministry of Defense for me every day. I was doing it on his behalf. And so the daily decisions that have been taken, myself and my team, you better take our decisions. The daily running of the economy and the finances of this country were done by the finance minister and his team. It was not the president and your vice president. They do it on behalf of the president, though the president and especially the president, he would take the ultimate responsibility. But that's why our ministers, So you will put up this, but somebody is doing it for you. It is your duty to check, though, yes, so you won't run away from the responsibility. But somebody is ultimately doing this for you and taking the decisions on daily basis for you. And for me, I feel, I thought they would have waited for the oral report to be out and take all the things that I also thought, all the checks they wanted to do and answer. Then thirdly, they will sit down and take decisions in consonance with the people of Ghana, and then they will lift what they have decided.
The ban.
Okay. But for them to start lifting the ban when we don't even know what is going on. Oral, you say, we have over 2,000 cases, land cases.
But it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing.
Do you know?
It's still ongoing. If you get to their offices, Yoko, NIB, the National Security, they are still ongoing with that process.
I don't have a problem with that, and I think they should continue to do what is right. We need some
in terms of the auditing.
What is auditing, whatever it is, if they do what is right, I will support them. If my government were in power, Baumia had won the election and was doing this, I will still support him the same way, just like I will support anybody to do the right thing. But what I'm saying is, it's very, very simple. What I'm saying is, if you want to do the auditing and finish. We auditing. No. These are the reports. This is the way forward. We need recommendations, and everybody will support you. The oral report. Oh, these are the infractions. When I feel say and stop it, where they a bit more so. This is the way forward. Then we can.
You're
trying, baby. You take 1 year as they are doing. If they think they will need 1 year, so we are. Then next year you can decide. Say where we have rate, we cannot allow people who genuinely. Because there are some people who genuinely, maybe some companies and individuals and I say embassies, genuinely decided, say, way. And there are some people who took some decisions. Me, for example, at some point, we needed to take some very difficult decisions concerning Asojofo land, like the airport city phase 2. So I'll call Bema Camp. I say Bema Camp. Your friend,
Chado.
And Ufa, the new road, a military cemetery. But, and you to look right. When some very tall, very high rise buildings are Basso. And on the hill.
Yeah.
It is to pave the way for Asojofo now more airport city phase 2. Because I told them, build. I saw you to bomb move from that 37 area. No, I expect you to build accommodation for them. So we are. There were about 250 soldiers. We are, and they built over 400 accommodation there. So we are. When the soldiers move, then we'll leave that land for you. But that's why I say you take some very, very difficult decisions, and many other decisions that we needed to take to safeguard the interests of soldiers. Because I will not sit down for individuals to just come and buy a soldier for land and gain nothing out of it. I would insist, and Sana, any piece of land can be given. Go to Bema Camp and make sure you provide the equivalent of more accommodation for a soldier for. And Sana, any soldier will move from any place. And just said I will always advise the soldiers they shouldn't move. If you cannot do that, they shouldn't move. Because one of the biggest problems for a soldier for is accommodation. Most need appropriate accommodation. Trust me, they don't have appropriate accommodation. Yes, so and it is the duty of the state to provide them accommodation. And this is me and you who will build our houses and I say renty or something. It is the duty of the state to provide a room for a soldier or an asset police, especially soldiers. The way it is they are supposed to stay together in the barracks, so that discipline to move together, so that when there's a conflict or a war, they can fight together as a unit.
Okay. If you've just joined us, Bimbila Mrashibijweni, former defense minister, Ira Niti Unyanino, you talked about your parliament still in the budget and other happenings in parliament, and then I get out of parliament. You talked about the budget now, raising issues about, you talked about your defense ministry. And you've heard it, that the president says that the issue about putting somebody at the defense ministry, I
feel say a mistake. May the soul of my former, my former colleague, the one who took over from and all those who died very painfully in that accident, rest in perfect peace. The soldier for the 3 soldiers, the 3 government appointees, and the party. In fact, 4 government appointing the other party person, the 5 of them. I believe that may their sins be forgiven, and may God grant them eternal rest. And that they should pray for us, so that one day, we will all go and join them, and then we can all reunite together. But we really pray for them. But I feel, in spite of that, it is a mistake for the president to do that. But he is the president, and a prerogative to appoint somebody. But I feel, or appointing minister for defense, no nation, I feel, and I swear, no nation will do that. You leave your defense minister empty for 6-7 months? No, I've not heard that before. They would always appoint somebody, a substantive minister.
You're comfortable with the...
I'm not comfortable with that arrangement. I think it's not good. It is maybe because Ghana for a long time, we haven't entered into a conflict, so we are a bit not. But I can tell you, Burkina. Anybody who thought Burkina will be the way they are now, about maybe 7, 10, 8 years ago, many people have said you have a problem. But in Burkina, many people will never have thought Ukraine never woke up one day after the Second World War to ever think they will be in the situation in which they are.
We are playing with fire.
I think so. I won't use the word playing with fire, but I think if the president really will not mind, he should really look at it carefully. Especially the Ministry of Defense. I think he should look for somebody. There are very, very capable people within the NDC and outside the NDC, independent-minded people who he can decide to appoint. Many thousands who can man that position. I think he should do it. He's a commander-in-chief. It's there for nothing. It's not for nothing that Umu friend commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. It's not for nothing. Your friend commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and you put a minister there to oversee that area. I think
I'm sure you'll be happy with the budget, but it taking care of our security agents, especially our Air Force, it making provision for what we've learned.
No, I think I'm happy, At least the Air Force has been given some resources to buy some of the assets. It is what they want to buy that I may have a problem with. But for the resources, I'm extremely very happy with.
What they want to buy in terms of the jets?
Yes, not the jets. It's not jets.
What?
They want to buy planes.
Which is different from?
The jet is different. Jet is a jet fighter. Maybe we call it private jet. So that's why maybe you are looking at it. But in military terms, the more you mention jet, the first thing that comes to your mind is jet fighter, which the Air Force really needs now. Mm-hmm. To defend you and me, the Air Force needs jet fighters. Mm-hmm. Because Air Force, Umujima said they should fight in the air. And no, that's the work of the Air Force. Work and they say fight in the air. Army, the work of the army is to fight on the ground. And the work of a navy is to fight on the sea, on water. Not sea, water. Especially the sea. So these are the three. So they defend you through the sea or water, like your case, to fight on water for you. You say you have an enemy in water, on water, you deploy your navy, and they will need their access to go and fight. If I have an enemy in the air, then your Air Force will go there and meet that person.
And government is doing exactly that, equipping them.
It's what they are using the 9 billion over the 3 years to do. There's nothing like that they are going to use to fight in the air. That's why I say I'm happy about the resource allocation, but I'm not happy about what they want to buy. 2 planes, Bakuye long range. And I know that a team of 12 went to Europe, to France, to go and look at what they are looking. And they are looking at a long range plane, which is an executive jet, and a short range plane, which is an executive jet.
Before you proceed, what's the state of our presidential jet?
Our presidential jet, from 2021, we see there were problems.
You know how they call France now?
Yes.
It could be 6 months.
9 months.
9 months.
But they call France, it could be 9 months.
What was the challenge in how they call France?
The first time they call, it was just routine maintenance. and it would have taken like 3 months for it. And they realized that there were problems with it, more problems than anticipated here. And it was not ready to fly immediately. That's why I went to Parliament to report, say there were problems. So oh no, there be any man no, please, I use the word freshen up, and I'll still use the word freshen up in a way. Say it's right for our president to be able to freshen up in the aircraft. So those ones is propaganda piece. I don't want to worry myself about it. Listen. So a call France. Best said 3 months. They extended it to 6 months. Then by the time now France to allow 3 days for the aircraft to come to Ghana, then they realized said no, the tank was corroded, and it was very dangerous for the tank to be corroded. So they kept it for another 3 months. Until from 2020.
With all this now, keep your position in the known.
Yeah.
That minority then.
Parliament. Yes, I went to Parliament twice to go and brief everybody. In fact, say you see me keep opposition them known. I may be free Parliament 4 times, 2 in the open, 2 without people knowing the Ekoso. In fact, 5 times. Ye di umo ko akusombo twice. Eko brief umo. Sa akusombo trip no. It was leadership and finance committee plus yan. Aso your phone in na yako brief umo and told them all our needs. The fact said the aircraft is not ready. Lot of things. Second, ye di umo ko akusombo, and I briefed Parliament once in the committee of the whole, and then I came to Parliament twice to answer questions, and I briefed them until 5 times.
So as of the time Anamo exited 2024, what was the state of our presidency?
So as of the time I exited, I was spending France 9 months, June to March. It was working. Until President Akufo-Addo, you see in April till December, all handing over to President Mahama. He was using it. Anytime he wanted to, he was always using it from April of 2024 till December. Until as at the time you handed over, no, it was in good condition and it was serviceable. So military serviceable, it means it can fly, it can work. That's what we handed over to them. That's it. But I realized, say, after 2, 3, 4, 5 months, no, it started developing corrosion within the tank again. Corrosion, that delayed us for another 3 months. No, it developed it again because the Air Force said that same problem had occurred. So when they took it to France, they realized it's that problem. That's what has delayed it currently. My problem is that where we have reached, we really need to get another one. This one cannot be reliable. If you want to really believe that you want the safety of the president.
Maybe I do know. Yeah, says a new jet for the president.
I think so. I think maybe I do know. We need, but I just don't think so. We need the way the NDC is going about things. I would feel safe.
The short and the long.
I don't think so. We'll do that. I would have preferred straight away for us to go for a long haul and leave the medium one for now. That's the one, the bigger one, and leave the smaller one for now, and use this one as a backup. The old one, no, so that we don't need to have 3. We need this one as a backup, and just go for one long one that the president will take one, and you can carry many people, can carry the press, you can carry businessmen. I will feel say we do that. 2, I also feel say they should concentrate on buying jets, fighter jets. Part of the money should be used to buy fighter jets for the soldiers. For example, you call signing a contract in Czech Republic for 6 fighter jets, but because of the IMF problem, the funding bank, say a loan, it's our loan. The bank was supposed to release it, but when we entered the IMF, the bank withheld it. Now we have sorted out issues of talking to everybody. I think say they should pursue the bank and let the bank release so that they can bring those 6 jets to Ghana. I think they should use part of that money to bring those 6 jets to Ghana, so that at least, whatever the case, it was our jets. God forbid, if anything happens, the Air Force can fight in the air.
Okay.
And 2, I also want them to buy what we call helicopter gunship, not transport helis they are trying to buy. There are 2 different types of helis. Baku ye helicopter gunship. They're a bit 2 gun. They have machine guns, not machine gun. They have helicopter gunship. They can fight and throw missiles.
You prefer that one?
That's what the Air Force would need, because it's about defending you and me. So they should buy, because our plan was to buy 3 of those ones. and then maybe one or two transport helis for the soldiers, and yeah, even civilians. But I think, say, in their mind, they want to buy 2 civilian helis and 2 for the soldiers, but they are all transport helis. None of them is for fighting.
Okay. Well, Abna.
On procurement assembly, Elbit system. But you say familiar.
Yeah, I mean, inside
yes.
System. Yes, signed a contract with them before.
And the contract no was to sell more APC armored personnel carriers no best in 19 Ghana. And what was the contract?
So what happened was that you signed a contract, $80 million to bring 19 APCs, 10 4x4, 8x8, which is very expensive.
Okay,
that's what the soldiers wanted, and 9 6x6. From Italy and Brazil, but every system is the one that was supposed to bring them. Until you signing a contract, the same thing, it was a loan. I mean, the call of Parliament. So when we declared ourselves to go to IMF, the banking, the funding bank had paid the first milestone. Second, they almost divided payment
in trenches.
So 1, 2, 3, almost first one, second one, third one. I think it's sum up to about 40 million or so.
Yeah, 40 million.
40 million or so.
Dollars.
And when we declared ourselves to IMF, we say, hey, now, you remember, say, the then finance minister wrote a letter and said, we will stop paying our loans for now. So they said, but you want us to release money to you. So they stopped releasing more money for us. Say, we cannot release money to Ghana any longer. So our money was there, and it's still there, and the funding bank refused to release the money until we finish meeting them. We finished all the work in October 2024. All the what we call our creditors, the meeting creditors, the creditors, and we finish all the arrangement in October 2024. Until then, no funding back. Anything I will say, one will tackle this cycle. That's why tackle this cycle, for example, is not working. The roads that is going to Aflao, it was all part of those funding banks. You see the Teshi road. That's why the Teshi road, that one, I lead it to Sakumono. So the funding banks all stopped. So all those projects stopped, including this particular one. Because
$40 million.
Is there? It's with them. We pay to the LBIT people.
You bet me.
Oh no, yeah. The agreement is the agreement is very simple. Pay the full amount and take your vehicles. Say they are a company, they sold to you and you sign an agreement. Say pay your 80 million and take your this in. But since Ghana your needs are 80 million, no, we'll give you a bank that you take a loan from them, they will pay you. And the banks, after we declare ourselves, they paid 40 million and said they won't pay the rest. So I decided, I said, after October, I then made an arrangement and said we should put it in the next budget, the other 40 million in the next budget, which would have been 2025 budget if we had won elections. And I left it in the handing over notes. But of course, we lost the elections. So all government needs to do is to pay the balance and take their vehicles. The vehicles have been manufactured.
But I want to understand, it's a balance no on mine and to yasa $40 million na yetu yadadano. I want to understand.
So what contract? If you cancel the contract, there are consequences.
So is that yeah, so
the vehicles are there. Pay your extra money and take your vehicles because you sign a contract with them. The government of Ghana sign a contract with them.
So if this present government has any interest,
yes,
as I say, we have difference na kano.
And color your vehicles.
I know. So what if only interest went here?
So who say won't you bill? Then you have to go to the agreement. What is in the agreement? So terminate here, you lose part of the money, but you're not going to lose because it's in the agreement.
So we lose what here?
I don't know. I have to go back and check.
You're not signing.
Oh, miss signing, but I don't remember. I don't want to come and sit here and say so the press will take me on. But the truth is that you signed an agreement to buy this iPhone. Say, bet you are way, and it's maybe 1,000 cedis. What you are 500 cedis. You have not paid the rest. So don't give the iPhone to you. If you pay, come and take. So I want me to ask you, you will have to cancel it. So cancel it, you will lose some of your own money. But I don't know why any government would say because we wanted it and we went to them and signed an agreement with them. So as I said, the funding bank stopped And they are no more even interested in funding us. That loan from Parliament.
So be baby blame or need to say a year when son or Juma because when I was signing a contract into Unawama is sick and a
Oh, there be. Oh, there be. And how can you blame me? How will I know, say, by that time, yes, I need some cry, but call IMF and the funding bank will stop. So me, I won't know that. Secondly, I'm not the one who told the bank not to pay. And you me. What you say? And you me. I didn't tell the bank, say, don't pay the money. The bank just said, since Ghana has declared in IMF, say, yeah, and try your loans, no, we are not going to put our money there. Our investors are saying, say, don't pay, don't send any more money to Ghana. So, Ghana government needed to budget that 40 million into the next budget, which will have been 2025, because all the agreement finished October 2024, and they signed it. I mean, Anta and Co signed October 2024 with everything. And so the only way we can put in the budget was 2025 budget. And the new government didn't do it. So, and this budget too, they have now said we have decided to renegotiate. We have decided to renegotiate with Elbit so that we'll see how we can make sure we'll pay and collect our and I pray they can negotiate well. And I'm even praying to God that they can negotiate the price even downwards. And that's all that I can say.
21 minutes after 9, I have Dwaso Nsem on Adom 106.3 FM. But yeah, call outside Parliament. Your last bit in Parliament here, the issue about a recruitment exercise, a statement you made on the floor, which was quite unfair. You that during your time, this does not happen, and
I said that I want to thank God. Say, God protected me to the extent said some of these unfortunate things were not happening during the time I was minister. And first of all, I started by praying for the departed soul and asking government to do everything to take care of those who were injured. And in the process of my argument or my submission, I said, Dominic Nito, I should be thanking God for my life and for all those who work with me, that at least during the time that we were there, some of the unfortunate things were.
As of that point, was it relevant? Is it not ideal to apologize? That maybe hindsight.
Convince me.
Because clearly.
Can I finish? Convince me. And remember, it was not this incident alone I mentioned. Said government will buy and Asujo 4 had a problem in Boise, 8 people died. And I mentioned about 3 different occasions.
But such instances are not to be attached to any particular government. So just going off.
But they are attached to any government.
Well, government we buy, the incidents that has happened.
Yes.
It doesn't speak well of the government.
I don't blame them all.
No, I'm saying that as a government we buy, since the coming in of this administration,
some incidents have happened.
Exactly. And you thank God that during your time, that was not the case. Was it irrelevant? Comparison?
I've heard
clearly, indirectly.
That's your voice. That's your. Maybe that is your.
That's a former defense minister talking.
Minimum. I'm saying
that's a former defense minister talking. That's a clear difference between my opinion. I'm saying that here is a former defense minister thanking God that he did something extraordinary during his time to the extent that.
Let me make a comment. In as far as some people, including you, think I shouldn't have made that comment, I understand. And maybe from us, I shouldn't have made that comment. Because if I make a comment and some people feel strongly, say, and because I comment, you don't make her. You just right to understand, say, maybe you shouldn't have made it. Because if I made a comment and it's dividing opinion, I don't think I should have made that.
Maybe just like the comment you made about one of your presidential candidates in your hometown about he liking or not liking the people over there. What was the exact statement you made?
That was 2023. It's 2023.
It's popped up again. What was exactly?
I'm coming. That was 2023. I think April or somewhere like that. Now he went somewhere to come and lambast Northerners, and if you play that tape, you won't like it. And my ministry, the interior, all those he was mentioning those things, and he was very angry why Northerners should be giving all these positions. So I took a decision that as a coordinator for the Northern Group, I needed to respond. Otherwise, people don't know how difficult it takes to convince one Northerner to vote for MPP. We've worked very hard to reach where we are. And so somebody needed to respond because they were discussing it. Until me call na me catch am say, oh, Papa way, he's my friend or my danfo. Also, he's also my committee chairman. But they are all no. The indication is very clear. So I won't pay us some. And he doesn't have good intentions for us. These are the two words I used. Because if you play the tape I was reacting to, you won't even want to play it. You won't even want to listen to it twice. And me see, oh, Papa we oya madamfo is my friend. And oya my committee chairman so. But if this is what he's saying about us, then on pay us and on good intentions for us. These are the two words that I use. On pay us that's the translation, and he doesn't have good intention for us. And I don't know. And I move on to a different thing. And I never said anything. From there till now, I've never mentioned his name. Until this August, me won a vringo, me ya campaign, I'm a baumia. Now you won a vringo. And I received a call from Canadian. I'll even mention his name. Me receive a call from him. Say, hey, Nitiwo, now me feel say, oh, you're my danfo. And I said, of course, you are my friend. Me and my colleagues were saying, when you called, then I told them, oh, Papa will offer me into my minji call. And I stepped out and said, let me feel so you're my downfall. I said, of course you are my friend. You know that you are my friend. I don't have any problem against you. So I'm just watching a video. The way you were giving it to me, then I laughed. And both of us laughed. And we said, oh, but you know, I was reacting to what you said in Takra, in Western region. He said, oh, but this is past. I said, oh, so this is also past. Let's forget about it. I was reacting to you. August, oh. And I told him that you know that it's 2023, and I was reacting to what you said then. It's not something we should bother ourselves. Let's forget about it. And Sana on making those allegations, not on him, because we spoke in August, not on him, say 2023, and he also not on himself. So say I was reacting to him, but even the things he's saying now about us in Abuakwa, I won't say he ain't reacting. You see, say he has said worse things about us, but you see, say we have decided not to react. Some people wanted to react, and I told them, say, don't react. There's no point. So you're reacting all the negative things that some of the even people around 2 people I can mention their names said about us as Northerners. You're reacting because for us, you feel say if we don't react, it's better. So all the things they are doing now, when them said there is no single tape of me, Nitiwo, in this campaign. I mentioned any negative thing about anybody. I don't do that. I was not trained like that. I could react to them even now, but I decided to say me reacting. This particular campaign, are there anybody to bring a negative thing that I said about him? This campaign, one single statement or tape, I said anything about him. But when you present it as if, hey, I changed it too, he has done some, it's correct. So what is the motivation to do that? You spoke to me in August, and we both and I told you, said, but this thing you are watching is 2023, and I was reacting to you what you said, and go back and listen to yourself whether you'll be happy. Will you be happy about what you said about Northerners? Then if I were you, I will not even mention this matter again. Let's forget about it. I'm not mentioning your name. I told him then, said me, I won't mention your name. I will say nothing about you in this campaign. All of us have agreed, say, we are not going to talk about anybody. We are going to focus on our candidate. And our candidate is Baumia. His strength, why we should vote for him. We are not talking about anybody. Until us, as MPs or anybody, we won't mention anybody. We do have nothing to do with anybody. We are not talking about anybody. So this particular campaign that we started, we have never in our lives mentioned anybody's name, talk about anybody's name, because it was once I reacted to him. Because of that, those statements, very damning statements he said about Northerners. I reacted to him in 2023. In April or something like that, 2023. And since then, nobody has reacted to him. So for anybody to recycle this and try to think, say, no, maybe yes, sir. Play. There are 2 tips. Maybe one will finish. I'll play both of them to you. Listen and see whether if you're a Northerner, how you feel. And if we hadn't reacted, because people would have been very angry with us if they had heard this tape and knew that nobody reacted. I don't know how we would have gone back to go and convince them, say, we should continue to support the party. But thank God at least somebody reacted.
30 minutes after 9.
Man who say or ka say e den say obetumi convince obi wo north na wato aba ama MPP nti se sansensem we eboba eya na edin ne si ema mo sofa ema mo bre people are even saying say Dr. Bomiane backdoor kra no wanya vote honom
intina me say it's historical. It's a historical contest, and I don't want to go back because it can bring emotions. Historical. But Bimbla was 70% NDC. Bimbla constituency was 70% NDC. Umuto about since 92 until I came in. Now 70 was win over 70% of the vote. The last votes are MPP Nyae was about 9,000. In 2000, our candidate had 9,000 also, and NDC candidate had almost 20,000. I think 18,000 something. Go and check. So NDC they were winning, and the presidential was even bigger. Presidential candidate, I think, said that time Kufuor in 2000 had about some 7,000, and the NDC candidate had over 20-something thousand. So NDC was getting 70-something% in Bimbla constituency. We had to work hard, to convince people and take out some perception from people. Say, oh, they are more correct. And I can tell you, check what has happened. And if not for some of our luck in the north and new MPs came in to win, to defeat NDC, I think there were 7 or 8 new people who came in to defeat the NDC in 2020. Maybe we have been having opposition in parliament in 2020. The northerners, we are checking. If these new people, some new MPs who defeated the NDC people in 2020 would have been having opposition in parliament. And it is a historical contest, and we have been struggling to make sure, say, the Northerners MPP is a universal national party and you're limited to only one group of people.
So as of 2000, the NDC Mohammed Ibn Abbas 18.
No. Ibn Abbas was not. It was Mohammed Ibn Chambers. In 2000 was Ibn Chambers.
Okay, so Mohammed Ibn Abbas was 18611.
No, but that's 2004 election.
Okay,
wait, 2004.
Okay,
2000. Okay. The Abbas was my opponent.
Oh, Abbas was yours.
Me need to open, and I had 15,000 something. We checked my results. It was me.
Okay.
So
an improvement from.
I'm
2000.
just using Bimla as an example to tell you, say, now it's simply very difficult to come. It's like going to voter region to convince the people to vote for MPP. So when people start going towards you have to be a bit careful. What you say, you have to be a bit careful in your utterances, what you say about the people and that kind of stuff. Sometimes it can be very, very demeaning to people. People can feel ethnicity is a very, I won't use the word dangerous, but it's a very emotional topic. When somebody feels say you are demeaning him, it can be very, very emotional, very emotional thing, because it's about who the person is.
Let's still remain in your region, but there's an expert also giving an input on the jet fighters and all those. He says that, in his opinion, he agrees with Honorable Nitu about the heliganship to quell internal terrorism and upheaval. But jet fighters, in my view, aren't necessary because of the American military base we have on our shores.
We unfortunately need American military base. We don't have a single American military base on our shores. I don't even know what he's talking about. In any case, if we had American military base, that would even be the reason why we should buy jet fighters. That would have been the reason why we should buy jet fighters. We are very, very careful not to put any foreign base on our shores. We don't have a single American base on our shores. We signed an agreement with the Americans to give them a place to store their things. It's a warehouse in Bemakam. Warehouse in Bemakam. Very close to the Saudi Arabia, your friend, presidential lodge, where the soldiers were presidential lodge. It's a warehouse within Bema camp. So America any base is within Bema camp itself. How can America have a base within Bema camp? What is all that? It's a warehouse within Bema camp that we gave them to be able to store their things, because at that time they needed a place where they could be storing their things to be doing whatever they want to do. Because they were always coming and going to Niger. Now more base in Niger. They have closed that base, but they needed a country like Ghana where or a coastal country where their ships can always land and store their things. So it was between Togo, Ghana, and Benin, but they always wanted say Ghana should give them. And when America or some of these countries keep calling, it's not diplomatically, it's not too wise to be throwing out them every time. That's why they themselves point blank have told us, and we have told people every day, say, and military. It is a warehouse in Bema camp that we give them.
Okay, so let's be in your region, and Sana, maybe we'll get out of your region. I'm not front page of the graphic, but as you look out for it, sickle cell clinic fundraising dinner make house on the 4th of December. Yeah.
So, there conspiracy. Conspire against me.
So, sickle cell fundraising dinner on the 4th of December 2025. City Hotel. 6:30 Accra City Hotel 6:30 p.m. Shannon so open VIP tickets na nebo ne 1,500 cedis sounds na open regular no so 1,000 cedis kai unu say sickle cell clinic fundraising dinner so important open tickets bi aba atwa oba Joy FM front desk a onya bi to be nafi na hu say to awoto no they make a big difference in the lives of Nipa one sickle cell disease no kopa yepa. To support this worthy cause, nafi bra na betina se nafi ye hwedi bit my boy enu mamono sickle cell. For number way 0249 563 653 and 0543 918 858 and 0550 420 120. Now the one ding combo. ABC game no see a game of letters. Dial star 262 hash. Pick any 3 letters. Now if you 5 Ghana Cedi con, you are winning up to 1 million Ghana Cedi. Uber to me up a number of times via opeka. I want to say enyumere no numbia o Adom TV ye de hon hihye ne atudwa ede emao enti twa dodo bia ope say the bia o stand the chance of winning something big. The all you say o fa phone and no dial star 262 hash na fi including get me aye odia. And other good news is that your salary work on kwadia Fidelity forecast say you deserve better. Once you deserve better, and they want to catch us Swish Echo Fidelity Bank and na we salary work lower interest rates and omudi share coin. I feel so osha loan which council award only pay pa the amount. No, on some more personalized financial support into where the Syrian Kwa and Fidelity Bank account for Edema say switch your accounts, switch your bank, get to Fidelity if you say we believe you are with us. Mamenka obi say Bimbila Mrashebedwani Osai Kane Ghana ye defense minister era Nitiwu ana eneno edwetwenko. Honorable, just a reminder again, the full pronunciation of the entirety of your name. What's the just go about
it? Mediankasa the Umumu and they put it, they gave me it's called Aduna.
Aduna.
Yes. ADUNA. Aduna. That's my local name. So A or Medina, that is my name. Aduna, that's my local name.
Okay, so your mic man.
Me say Aduna, that's my local name.
Aduna.
So, yeah. Aduna. It's very popular in the north in many areas. Haruna Idrisu.
Yeah.
Said in Aduna. It's Aduna.
Aduna.
Yes. ADUNA. Aduna.
The full name is what?
So the full name is Nitiwu, which is the same name, which is my father's name.
Yeah.
Bingab. Yes.
Nitiwu. Bingab.
Aduna.
Dominic.
Yes.
Nitiwu.
The Bingab. Me grandfather. Until my father was called Nitiwu Bingab.
Okay.
My grandfather was called Bingab. You know, it's all your chroma. You just have one name.
Okay.
So one school, you just have one name, the name they gave you. Until me grandfather, now your friend, me nana your friend Bingab.
Bingab.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it. And me papa, your friend in Nitiwu. But the actual name is Nitiwu B.
Nitiwu B.
Nitiwu B. It actually means it pains them.
Oh, it pains them.
Yes.
Skin pain.
Skin pain. It pains them. It pains them.
Okay, so we are back.
It's Nitiwu Bingab Aduna.
Okay.
Because I'm a Catholic, me di Dominic Atumuso.
Okay.
Dominic.
Okay, we are back. Abna, just start this chapter in front of you.
Yes, it's me de wokoboko. na ya share ho ensensem no me gidi se na ye one adia but to dem ma share after some free office wodom no na ho issue sent to me and resolve yam we no now feel saying were you disappointed in yourself?
Me, you see where I said me disappointed myself.
But you maintain
me feel me I was disappointed in myself, but I feel say a idea enka yet me solve it said the bona enka beboa. So him say yes solve it as other bon case enka the idea yes me solve enka beboa. But I think say politics na it does war politics. Na it does too much was assembly. For you to be able to solve a protracted case, be medio. You knew you be medio sa case no. And yes, I start sa case. Na e wo that. For us to be able to solve sa case, na say ye for politics frame. But let me say politics was too much in the case. It was extremely very difficult. Say yes, sir. One side will trust you, the other side will not trust you. Say, but say one side trusts you and the other side do not trust you, we are going to have a problem. And it's our problem nearby. So it was extremely very difficult for us to solve that case. Meaning says the time I hear frame no Tumfo was handling it. Kandapa was always going to Tumfo Debia on this matter. On the chieftaincy side, he was handling. We are handling the pure security side of the Boko conflict. But I want to plead with all the sides, including every Ghanaian, to hold until Tumfo's committee report comes out from the president. So they call, in my opinion. If we can say things and inflame passions, so and maybe people maybe I name so oba in crime the people who are closest to each other are the Bokufo. You see, apart from maybe Konkombes and Dagombes are more Abobloshi together, most other northern tribes are not together. Eye Bokufo, Kusasi and Mamposi, Ukwa Shaman, they are together. Uko Tuba, they are together. Uko Circle, they are together. They are always together. Because not so when they came to Accra, they came as people from Boko. And they were very, very close tribes. Now they were close together, they were doing things together. So Uko in many parts of Accra, Mampusifo, they are always together at the collator station. They are together. You can see them sitting down. In those days, your friend Boku boys, it was these people who were always calling them like that. They were always together. So you don't want to say anything that can inflame passion. It can bring problem to Accra, depending on your language. If I say something wrongly, it can spark problem between them. Yeah, because they are together. So I'm very, very careful what I will say and what I will say. I will just say, let's give them some time. Time and Otum for time. And the people, they should all have patience and wait till the president brings the Otum for report out. Then we all know what is there. Who say both sides are giving we see report say you are winning, we see you are winning, which is good for us. Which is good for us. Say we see me winning, we see me winning. So their supporters who everybody win.
We win situation.
We win situation. You win. I say yeah. But I'm praying say whatever commentary you better giving onto this thing, you better can akọ bokuno mistre medunya mistre munyina say we should wait a bit till the report itself comes out. Because for me, I feel sad. And Boku is a border town. And it's bordering two countries. Burkina Faso, Boku, and Boku, it doesn't border them immediately, but the way the border towns. No, Kumbungu is a border town. And part of Puska is also a border town. But they are virtually similar, close together. And what is happening in Burkina and northern Togo, I'm not comfortable. Say the problems we have in Boku, Bensa, those two areas. What is happening in southern Burkina and northern Togo? No, the terrorists, terrorism, alcohol, the problem, insecurity, alcohol. The problems are those two enclaves that is close to Boku. No, so Boku Waha. This is
How close?
How close? And then Northern Togo to the east. Into Burkina is to the north. And Northern Togo is to the east of Boko.
You are not sitting well.
And where problems, baby.
Has problems.
Terrorism. I attack it. Top no. Terrorists attack it. We should just, that's why we're worried. And you beefy up as so you forward Boko. And we literally beefed their numbers and then decided to give them a lot of equipment so that at least they can protect us, because you don't want terrorism to enter Ghana through that zone. Whatever we say, we need to be very careful. I don't want to do any judgment. I'm hoping say this will finally bring lasting peace to the area.
I see. 45 minutes after 9. 3 things in Ghana that we finally wrap up on you with your political party MPP and the flag bearership contest. So one, the 24-hour economy, how are you seeing it? The fight against Galamsey, and then what has happened to our LGBTQ?
LGBTQ, let me say, they are preventing it from being laid. As of now, it has not been laid in Parliament. So the problem with LGBTQ is Parliament, or problem with Parliament is once a Parliament passes an act, a bill, that has not been assented, or whatever business they do, that is not complete to say it has to start all over again. The new Parliament cannot take off from where the other left. It has to start all over again. So this bill must be relayed, and it will go through all the processes for the president to go and assent. The government should allow the private members to lay the bill, should be introduced in Parliament. Unfortunately, some majority leader and the speakers, the bill cannot be laid. As we see today, the bill is not being laid because they don't agree. They are not in agreement for it to be laid. So it's not being laid. So that is the problem with the LGBTQ. Until it is laid, there's nothing that can be done. We can always talk and make noise. They must agree for the bill to be laid. And I felt I'm a bit sad because the way the NDC caucus in Parliament carried this bill, let me say, immediately they will quickly lay this bill and we'll deal with it and move on. But they have not done that, and that is my problem. I just hope, they were not using it for politics, but that they really meant that they wanted that bill. I really feel, I hope, let nobody misquote me, I hope, they were not using it to do politics, but that they really meant well for this particular bill. Because I don't see why they are preventing it from being laid. They are preventing it from being laid. They are preventing Intim and Co from laying it. That's the only problem. Francine says, I will tell you the same thing, that are preventing them from being laid. Because they cannot lay it until the business committee schedules it. The chairman of the business committee is the majority leader. Until someone schedules that bill now, we want to be laid that bill now. We want to be here. 2, the other one I would say was
the fight against
illegal mining. The fight against illegal mining, for me, my question in this for say, yes, a cow, people know say your boss and Adom FM and you are telling them say don't go. So you have to be ruthless. People will go in the night at dawn to go and look for that money because it's survivor. So you have to be ruthless. What we did when we first came was very simple. Make a that they say we stopped all surface mining for 8 months. That was the first order President Kayen. All surface mining. Okay, that time I place to place and telling them that if you don't stop, we'll bring soldiers to stop you. President gave the order. All surface mining stop. If this government wants to have a handle and stop illegal mining, the first thing, they should stop surface mining for at least 12 months. So that we'll know, say, forest, we are mining, no, you are not. No license has been given to you because they are hiding under small scale miners. So small scale miners are mining and they're all doing surface mining. And in fact, most of them are doing this surface mining, same thing. They give it to others to do mining.
But are we chalking some successes?
It's difficult to say. I cannot hear and come and lie to the people of Ghana. We are not chalking any successes for now. We are not. As Erasmus, he works for your company Bisano. He will tell you that it's worse off. Okacha will say it's worse off than when MPP left office. Bisano, we are Bisano. He will tell you, say, what is happening now is worse off than when MPP was in office. Until I can't say we are chalking any successes. I'm saying, the government should stop all surface mining for at least 1 calendar year, 12 months. Then they can have a handle on it. Minister of Lands no say as people of Ghana no.
But say Oman did it work? Say must stop surface mining for a year.
say the first 4 years it worked.
But at the end, results near the end.
You know, say the first 4 years it worked properly until the campaign time came. Okay, it's our campaign of 2020. When the NDC people started going around telling the campaigners, go and if you vote for your mama, we lost badly in almost all the mining areas. Badly. Well, but I kept sending soldiers. What happened we even lost worse in this election because I kept sending soldiers and other people were fighting the Galamsey. And remember, say Galamsey, Bibia Galamsey, what's it say? They are our strongholds. Most of the areas where we are doing Galamsey, they are MPP strongholds. So when you are fighting them, MPP is fighting them, what do you expect people? Don't vote for you. So, and just say, we kept doing what we had to do. But politically, it was really difficult for us. Because you had an opponent who was doing politics with the Galamsey, who was telling people, say, Galamsey, it's not your fault. We'll release the small boys who have been arrested. It was difficult politically for us. Can you imagine me call Galamsey site and start moving from Galamsey P to the other and telling them, say, if you NDC for us, if we come, we'll allow you to do the mining. How would the NDC be able to fight the Galamsey? They can't. That is the difficulty. That's a clear difficulty. And I'm saying, and let us be practical. Say, banning surface mining for 1 year. Then it's clear. So if we see anybody mining, we know that person is an enemy of the state. And the soldiers, when they want to deal with an enemy of the state, you know what will happen. Say, you're banning surface mining for 1 year. And we all know, there's no surface mining for 1 year unless you go underground. And the guys will say, if you go underground, fine. So anybody who is doing mining after that will declare the person an enemy of the state. And soldiers know what to do to an enemy of the state. And
right. Abna yanko wimbrana fi bebusan the party mwasem. Was the party things are falling apart. In fact, they have fallen apart. The center is not holding. The party is now a party, clueless party. The party is not seeing discipline. The party is seeing rivalry, bitter rivalry amongst themselves. The party is a party now that has no head or has no neck or has no leg. So it is such a party, amoeba, why no say or a shapeless uniform bia and oko. And this is a party. The other time people say, do they even have a party in existence? But that's the question. But Milo Champions, Milo Championship League no bebaso. My main cow say e breaki kakrebi. And on the 6th of December 2025 or Pajo Stadium. Yeah, the shisha all talents away manum ni and nana and sabe there dio constant kusukra. Namaskar also say and they MTN for to say free after one. They go to the one more MTN pound free after one. Yeah, prepare say be upgrade. No experience that MTN free after one. Now this is how you need. Netina Shenanso. Ube unya one extra. Which is MTN free after one extra. Ube timia kasa for a whole hour uninterrupted. Now fee what you are for the first minute of every 10 minutes at Okasa. Sanchi Shewe, ye de bow amwatia says ye juno ye MTN. Until dial just *550# *550# Nabeka MTN a year free after one extra na hona bibia enko kama emfama abra rapati nim
oranity wo ye nim and dodo na nim asem dada the ekoso within the party especially time krompa mo ye campaign yi what the kan boba koso about commentaries bia mo hunu ne se emwa but I say taking sides any ade na bi feel say after election no party na bed say be unite ujitum
yeah bitter campaign before several times
say normal
1998 after that be united and we won power in 2007 even more bitter united and me and win 2010 very bitter more bitter than this. That time, that time the late Kaba was always interviewing me. They be have a ball, my good friend Alachi Matiachi who come and talk. I was always with Akufado. Oh, Mukai, I was always with him talking. And 2019, especially those from the north who were there. 2007 campaign. Now, they didn't follow the late Aliu Mahama, even though he was a northerner, he was a vice president. Someone say normally the vice president, people think you should support him, but the northerners we didn't follow him because we believed that at that time Akufo-Addo was the best candidate. Some supporter Alamba, majority supported Akufo-Addo. We didn't support him because he was from the north. We are not in the north. We are not trained like that. It is our bitterness now, and this one too is there. But I feel for the love of the party, trust me, anybody who is really MPP, whoever is the winner, we're going to work for the person. Whoever the party chooses that winner, we are all going to put our interests aside and work for the person. As if said there was no tomorrow. Antina, you decide this say we will do the election 2 years or 3 years to the general elections so that the party can unite properly. And yes, I did. So you started from polling station and bitterness, but until the national election before flag bearer. So once you have the flag bearer is there, that's our bitterness, that division, and give MPP 3 months after that. You see, what will be there? What will be in there for the losing candidates to be fighting? What will we be fighting for? Because after that, you have a polling station. So there's no more division. One prima donna, only one person, the flag bearer. So what will you fight for? Since you have a polling station, we will choose people, or the party will choose people who can do the work at the polling station. And you're more division build. And you say, person need to person, you won't have that at the base any longer. And the most important people are the polling stations. Omokita party. So once the polling station, there's no confusion in the polling station. I don't think that kind of problem you will face. Because the most important people in our party are the 5 to 6 or 7 people, and then it's going to be 7. There's 7 people at the polling station level and the electoral area level. Then after that, we have the constituency people, very key people. So to me, we do the election with a blemish in those areas, we are not going to have that problem. So for me, I'm very clear in my mind that after 31st, you started the party elections are. What will you fight for? The only people who may have issues are those who want to contest parliamentary. They are the only people who may be trying to do small albums for themselves. But presidential, we know the person. So all the people who have lost, they will see to the person who has won and will move on, because what will be the use? So I will say one penny there, it means you want a party to lose. You are not a party person, or you at least you don't have the party at heart. That will be how it is, and nobody wants to be taxed on the party at heart because you don't know tomorrow.
All right, Abena, you better done it. But 2 things.
Yes, sir.
Defense Minister Nacho Mepusino.
Meaning, a powerful man. Who voice? So why you your party to say it goes far.
Minister Wadaruma, just appeal to your brothers and sisters in the northern region in your language that they should allow peace to prevail, and then finally appeal to your party people in your language. The two.
Me I speak on command. Nabiti mbando ne me pam. Dominic netu bele batbuana. Su bio oda gbanja okwa panja ona wurija ofa fraja ogbanja ja oda gaja ofa fraja kusaja oma prenja kabin mache kabi nofo abakranaka na chansu don lebe tabapnel na tabba kofu Ghana makata bansu don la nsu do mo cha Ghana yambe de tia baka tuma bon school kumuna nga doctor T kana nga president T kana nga minister T ka ni yake te chansu don lebe so te Ghana ne mamo te Ghana ne me te do mbo Ghana me ne chansu don lebe Ghana ko ti me
anya hwemate unwana na Ghana me and then the Ghana mem it is a Ghana ninkunim asumdiemra please
I said because I said that Ghana wants peace, and anybody from the north, from all the tribes, they should all unite and let's have peace. If you want to be a president one day, you want your children to be doctors one day, you want them to be pilots, you want them to be ministers, then you have to have peace. Otherwise, you cannot go to school, and when you're going to school, you're going to have that problem. So we all want peace, and Ghana wants peace, and it's the peace we are looking for.
Peace.
That's what I said.
Minister, thank you so much for your time. I'm sure, say, before campaign be ending, January 31, beam. Na that time near cross over Adom 2026. then we can have more conversations on your party and governance in this country.
Now, I want to say, why not me support?
What support to no say obvious.
The release he brought Crampono. Why specific? References as to why they chose to support an account candidate against somebody because they felt say or no none brass.
For us,
so I think we all
know or something. The elders who we met in 1986, no, Mukashe say Muko. At that time we used to come to Accra. Go and look for the best. Don't follow because power every north and I say so in our mind, you know, because I was not a schoolboy in 96 those days when they voted against Malik. In 2007, I mean, I was part of those who young boys, me, Clifford, Abu Jinapo, Mustafa Hamid, all the young northern boys. Were following Akufo-Addo. But Ali was the sitting vice president. Ordinarily, people have said of he says he's a person after Akufo. This is right to take over. But we said no. Akufo-Addo is the right person to take over because we feel like you're right, and we followed him. And we kept telling him, if you are in a wheelchair, we'll make sure you become president. He finally became president of the Republic of Ghana.
Dominic, thank you.
So we are following Bawumia because for us, no, he's the best candidate. If he was not the best, we won't follow him. But we think he's the best candidate. That's why I follow him.
Thank you so much. Abna, your birthday dedications quickly enough for you.
Me da see o man adofo bebrena edioma woda ene we tell no a na ye Mark Oliver Kevo. Eastern Regional NDC chairman. Na ye Kevo awoda Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo. Nyame onhira wo ene da papa na onye okese mayen omo akoma so ade nyina emrem. Daddy Big Mo na mommy Salma your more Canada wish one more enter for Ruhi and a Rumi a happy birthday ne omanya 3 years. It's a Rumi and Ruhi happy birthday. Mama me ne mo papa so mo do mo pa almost say ye die ne kwatente mamo but e bi obade de mo bedu asase so emrem na Jonas osai rekon ya dodo na fe no arem anase okoto owo adukrom nyame be kire ene na woda okoto nyame nya okese pa no nhira wa ho brase obade nhwe no nya okese pa Casablanca ne wonu anum nyina na wish happy birthday no and na Moses Adebayo ya wo Ghana Post achimoda ene wa woda mo nyame nya okese ye die ne kwatente ne nyina yesrema wo yiri na wo meni kwada ne nyina wish a happy birthday Jude Owusu Abedi nyame nya okese pa happy birthday to you nyame nya okese na oman ye wie no ye ma me bia se na no fida oba panyin otena taxi mo sakumo no estate traffic light ena okosi ewo Corpus Christi Catholic Church sakumo no ne yesu ojana hwehweniwa ewo taxi nim papa taxi driver na no fida okosi yabrewa bi ewo Corpus Christi Catholic Church wonoma wadaroma waja ne space ewo kanim obetumi da koja security man na wo Corpus na mayewa mesrew mabrewa ehia nani na wode anante ye yadom we mayen owura comforter no nyame enyo kese ne the happy birthday anti rutu ne omani nyina Annabel ne kwasi ena we show happy birthday no nyame nyemu nyina kese emayen oman mediwasi
well abna medasi pi sanso na Hajia Memuna Bawa na Emmanuel to for the friend Kura and obetu mirika magana je abasobode bebre
Emmanuel to for
a friend Kura and then I would ana enra Onila Mponsa a belated happy birthday medoman hene kwabna santi on behalf of the entire team the big man is coming medasi bebre nyame adom we are meeting here